just finished about a month ago, and then we were training indoors. So the preparation's been good, and this is sort of a preparation tour for us as well. We're going to a 50-over tournament in Malaysia after this. So boys are in like good space, positive space, and we're looking forward to start our campaign on a winning note.
What's a good total to be chasing?
We'll try to restrict them under 150. I think anything under 140, 150 would be a good total to chase.
All the best.
Thank you very much.
सरफराज टॉस हार गए, वो पहले बॉलिंग कर रहे हैं. आप खुश हैं बैटिंग करने से या आप भी बॉलिंग करना चाहते थे?
बैटिंग में खुश हैं, बैटिंग करना चाहते थे हम.
टीम के बारे में बताइए, क्या माहौल है टीम का, कैसा लग रहा है आपको?
बहुत अच्छा है, अच्छे लड़के हैं, इंशाल्लाह टफ टाइम होगा, अच्छा है.
पहली बैटिंग कर रहे हैं, क्या स्कोर? एक अच्छा स्कोर है.
स्कोर में भी 200 मे बी.
All the best.
Thank you.
Right, so the news from the center is that Canada has won the toss and they are going to bowl first.
Well, captain of Bahrain, they're Sarfaraz, keeping things simple there. Looking at something close to 200. We'll see their batting lineup. They're playing 11. As well, Sarfaraz Ali leading the side. Umair Imtiaz, wicket-keeper. David Matthias. Haider Ali. Then you have Veera Pathiran, Shahid Mahmood, Imran Anwar, Sachin Kumar, Sohail Ahmed, Amr Nasir and Mohammad Butt. And for Canada, you get to see Saad Zafar, Shreyas Mowa, Aaron Johnson, some very good talent. Pragat Singh, Sri Mantha, Harsh Thakur, Matthew Spoors, Ravindrapal Singh, Salman Nazar, Kaleem Rahman and Amar Khalid. So Canada winning the toss, electing to bowl first. We've got to see how this ball will move under lights. Just the right time to also introduce and welcome my co-commentator this evening with me, Abid Ibrahim. Abid, very good evening.
Good evening, and welcome to all our viewers. It's a great day for cricket under lights. The weather is just getting settled. It's getting slightly chillier in the night here. The day was the different earlier. Yes, there was a wind blowing across the ground, but in the night it's all together different. But we'll see the dew, if we get any dew, which will affect the game. But it's a brave call from the captain of Canada, choose to bowl first and invited the team Bahrain to bat first, and it seems to be ready for the action.
Winning the toss, bowling first. We saw how the ball moved earlier in the day. Kalimullah and Bilal Khan made the ball to talk. Bilal Khan walked away with the honours as well as the player of the match. 3 for 20 for him in the 4 overs. A left-arm pacer. Not surprised, every side today in T20 cricket have a left-arm seamer up front. Got to look at Umair Imtiaz. Strike rate of 128, a best of 72. He's not new to such situations. He'll be up against a bowler who will want to exploit conditions, a slip in place. 4 on the off inside the circle and 2 inside the circle on the onside.
Yeah, typical the left arm bowler field set there. Good to see they have a slip in. So yeah, there'll be attack straight away. Both these batters look very confident. The strike rate of 130 around, I think that would be coming in handy. But yes, T10, the game of T20 is a little bit different now. I think anything above 140, 150 as an opener is a good strike rate.
Rahul Ashar signals play. We're all set for ball 1. A slip in place. Here we go. Canada winning the toss, electing to bowl first. And Bahrain will be facing. Fuller this time in the gap between backward point and gully, that's racing away. They'll scamper back for 2. This is a good start, positive start here by Bahrain.
A good punch, just opened the face of the blade. Took a little time and was watching for that swing. The ball didn't swung a lot, but just was also in the slot also that the batter just showed it. Look at that. Little full into the gap, and this outfield is quite fast enough.
More of a block on that occasion, but played it with very hard hands. This time leaving the right-handed batter, just bringing that length a little behind. Very good comeback here by Kaleem. He cannot be fuller. He knows he needs to find those hard lengths.
Look at the amount of the swing he got. Yeah, swung it yards. That's a great sign. That's why he was pitching earlier full. Maybe want to utilize that swing he gets and troubles the batter.
If that's the swing he's getting, get another slip in.
for sure. The batter has a better plan. He's just playing across onto the V, which is very important.
Yes, but what's really encouraging as far as the bowler Kaleem is concerned, he's drawing the batter forward very early in his innings with the new ball moving. Always presents an opportunity.
You need to charge and get an early wicket. That's the plan is, but maybe you might end up getting some runs, and it's easy to drive you when it's full.
This is a very good start here by Kaleem. He's found the straps very early. Bahrain will need to be confident.
Yeah, just that one punch, but the good positive part is that they're at least middling the bowl. It's just about finding the gap. They're not shy from choosing those, coming forward and playing. Very positive this is from the batters.
This time holding its line quicker. Just felt Umair was a little slow to get onto that one. But he's mixed it up well, Kaleem, so far in his first 5 deliveries.
Yeah, he's express as well. That was a quicker delivery. Oh, this time it was just nipped in. A little bit of, yeah, well, he can, if he can bring the ball in, certainly these right-handers will be in trouble.
That's a good point. Most of the batters with play go with the law of averages, going for the ball that leaves the right-handed batter. And that's why the one that is coming in is always going to be a very important delivery for a left-arm seamer. This time it leaves him. What a delivery. Absolutely no clue whatsoever for Umair Imtiaz. It's been a fine start. 1 over gone. It's 2 for no loss.
I can use this? Thank you.
That's a middle stump guard. Deep mid. Square leg. Square leg. Short square. Left arm out. Left arm. What is left arm round to you? Short square. Short square. AJ. Yeah, square.
Spin in the second over of the game. Captain introducing himself, winning the toss, selecting to bowl first. And after the ball, the way it moved in that first over, you would have thought it seamers is the way forward. But Zafar says no, we'll bring in a little bit of twist.
Yeah, he brought himself. I saw that just to bowl those twig deliveries there. He's got 28 wickets. So that's a good economy as well. Oh, he started with a wide delivery outside off. Yeah, he's just turning it away. And the plan would be to bring one in.
A deep mid wicket and long off. 2 fielders patrolling the boundary line. Rest all inside the circle. He's just going with the arm. There's not going to be much turn with this new ball on a surface that has a little bit of live grass on it.
Yeah, I think Sad feels that he need to bowl with the new ball. Maybe getting that benefit of those green grass. Maybe can skid around.
Gets an outside edge over short third man, and that'll be going towards the boundary, but it's been cut away. 2 more runs. Interestingly, there's no slip here.
Well, I think the plan is to trap the batter in front. Maybe bring one dart in, and with the arm gets inside, or maybe you get in that gap between the pad or bat, or maybe a pad front.
There again, Zafar just trying to overcompensate. Looking at that delivery off, outside, off. He's not sticking to the middle and off line, Abid.
And also bowling a little short. I think you need to toss it up a little bit. If he's just looking for that turn, you need to toss it in the air and be around that off stick.
Looks to go big, Sarfaraz. No way close to the pitch of the ball. And what you're seeing Saad doing very consistently is bowl it very far and wide away from him.
Yeah, doesn't really want to invite him anything onto that arc. Well, it's captain v captain.
Oh, he's got stuck underneath this one. That can make everyone a spectator in the field. That's powerfully struck. He was eyeing that boundary, missed out on a few occasions. This time a little fuller, and it's been dealt with.
Well, now you see everyone surrounding the captain. He bowled it full. That is what the captain of Bahrain was looking. Something in the arc that went up in the air for a while. It was a big hit and not an easy shot to execute also. Inside out over the covers. Beautiful shot from Sarfaraz.
Short and wide, trying to cut that away. Very lucky to get away on this occasion. It's been a mixed over.
I still think about the decision to take the pace out. And he's not bowling around the pads.
This time, even more farther, let me tell you, that ball is disappearing in the night sky. That's the kind of batting Sarfaraz brings to the table. He says thank you very much. 2 sixes in the over. Makes it a very good second over for Bahrain, 18 for no loss. That second over clearly releasing the pressure for the batters. Oh, look at that for a delivery. All the hard work that Kaleem has done has been undone in the second over by Zafar, where he conceded 16 runs.
Well, that's taking pressure off. Look at this delivery. Is pitched outside leg and just going away perfectly. Well, I've been mighty surprised and I've been really impressed by Kaleem, the way he's bowling. It's been a great areas that he's put those bowls. But the captain saw the Zafar being a little slightly full and got the treatment at the other end.
Wrapped on the pads, the finger goes up, Rahul Ashar fields, he's in front. The first wicket falls, Umair Imtiaz has to depart, and I'm not surprised that Kaleem has struck.
Well, he was deserving one and he got one. That was a beautifully bowled. Bowled it full and swung it in. Pitched in line, trapped in front. And he knew it, he's got it. The soon it hit the pad. Umar need to take a walk out. He scored 2 runs. It's 18 for 1.
Keep going, huh? Come boy, Jay, come boy, Jay. Next time. Next time. Center. Left arm over.
Kaleem striking in his second over. Much needed breakthrough. Just putting the batting side on the back foot now with that wicket. He's looking very good.
Yeah.
Generating pace, getting the ball to move in the air off the seam. They've run the first run fast. They won the second. This could be close. Just
Well done,
throw
Saleh.
being a little wild. 2 runs off the mark, the batter.
I tell you, there would have been a close call if the throw was sent right, but it was just not so accurate. And off the mark immediately. And that releases the pressure as well. When you get off the mark on the very first delivery, the next one you're up to. And it's always confident when you hit that ball in the middle of the bat.
And usually when a bowler is bowling like that, you'd want to be off strike, but Nasir was eager for the second run, wanted to take strike once again. These are good signs of the top order quality that Bahrain is displaying at the moment. But Sana, nicknamed Sana, Kaleem has been very impressive, Abid.
Yeah, the way he releases the ball, and also he had this head in control when he's delivering, despite he's generating some pace as well. But the physio is out. Hope he feels okay.
A little bit of a stoppage in play at the moment with the physio coming in and moving out. I guess the play will continue. Just coming back to the first 3 overs. Oh, well, it's been a mixed bag of a start for both the sides. Runs being conceded and a wicket as well in the 3rd over.
Yeah. The match referee there is gone to the dugout and maybe talking to the physio, and because he was sent back from the middle. So we've been talking about this man. He's certainly bowling really well. His 4 overs that you need to let go.
Single towards mid-off, a shy at the stumps. Oh, that could have been close as well. Puts in the dive, but they're flirting against danger at the moment. The Bahrain top order.
Yeah, challenge the arm of the fielder. There you go. It was just a drive that it's always risky when you hit it quite. Oh, there was a case, I tell you. It would have been goner now.
Oh yes, he was struggling. That's because when he took off, he stopped as well, unsure of whether the run was being considered by his partner, Captain Sarfaraz Ali. Okay, this will be a good contest. Sarfaraz against Kaleem.
Yeah, we haven't seen them battling against each other.
Look at that for swing and movement. Went wide of first slip by the end of it.
Well, sometimes the swing can be your enemy against you. Bowling that swing, you need to swing just enough to get that edge. Look at that. Not in control with the swing. The swung get a little too much.
Plays it towards the third man region. Puts in the dive, puts in the slide, but not stop the batters from getting 2 runs.
It's Ahmad bin Nasir who wants the strike.
One ball, lad.
He's the one who's been calling and just trying to put the extra yards, asking Sarfaraz Ali to run hard. But Sarfaraz clearly believes in hitting big sixes. We saw those 2 massive sixes.
Yes, he just set himself up beautifully, striking over long on and long off in that 2nd over. Swing this time, too much even for the wicket keeper to cover that. 4 wides, unnecessary runs here being leaked by the bowling side, and Bahrain won't be complaining.
Again, not being able to control this time. He tried to nip it in. That was, if that had been a ball on that right area, I think he would really trouble the batter. It was perfect delivery, but just the wrong line down the leg side.
We talk about intent and execution so very often in cricket. The intent was right, but the execution there was missing. Kaleem will need to find that line. This time back of the length, keeping him inside the crease. It's been a lengthy over, 3 gone, it's 30 for 1.
I don't think it needs deep mid wicket anymore. Where were you? Last over?
30 for 1 after 3. It'll be interesting to see if captain brings himself into attack or he'll decide to go in for a pacer. And yes, as conventional wisdom would call, a pacer replaces the spinner. And quite rightly so. Amar has been introduced into the attack. Khalid Amar.
Well, I think it's a wise call that no more spin, especially against Sarfraz. We saw him really comfortable hitting those mighty sixes, and he's using a lot of bottom hand. So usually the player who plays with the bottom hand a lot loves to take the spinners.
Amar Khalid will be steering in from the Oman tail end. Fuller, and that's been slashed straight to the field at point. Against the run of play, Sarfaraz Ali will have to depart. He was fancying his chances. This time around, what a start here for Amar Khalid. He strikes first up.
That was hit too hard. Again, bottom hand coming in play, but the pace was not enough, and that was really, really quick hands. Takes the catch. The fielder didn't had to move an inch. He goes. He must be kicking himself. He got that start. He got those runs. Just could not carry through and play a big knock for the team.
He was looking dangerous. 2 sixes for him with the bat. But just again, when he decided to play it over the infield, he found the field at point. He walks back a little dejected. It's 30 for 2 in 3.1.
Little more. No, towards. That's a leg stump guard. Right arm over, 5 to come.
Both the openers back in the dugout. Amar Khalid striking in his very first delivery. This is a very fine start by Canada. Just wonder what's going through the batter's mind. Abid, can you read it?
Well, I cannot understand. The first ball you're facing, and you just saw your captain walked out. He's just going for your shot. And it was, I think, Sarfraz Ali who got the license to go for the kill. It was not the new man just arrived. You need to understand how the ball is behaving, how the deck plays its part. You're playing for your national side. You need to hold on a bit.
This one, he had to reach out to it, didn't get really to the pitch of the ball, nowhere close to it, felt it got the bottom. Oh, beaten all ends up. Imran Javed at the moment is still to understand what's happening with that white ball on the surface.
Yeah, some great piece of bowling. Look at that. Beats him with the pace completely. He bamboozled. What a delivery there. So, well, what I can see from here, when you have such a great bowling attack for the fast bowlers, you really don't need to bring the spinners in.
And how well has Amar Khalid responded. Oh my God, another wild swing at that. Imran Javed has been sent with a plan. But at the moment, he does not seem to be the man with the plan. 3 misses, 2 wild swings.
It's simple as that, Mikhail. You need to get your team out of the pressure, or you put your team in immense pressure. You got 30 runs on board and you haven't reached that 4th over yet. You got a clear, good start, but it's just 2 wickets are down and you're just trying to go for those big shots. That will put a little bit dent on the team.
Again, wild swing. He's throwing his bat at virtually everything, and rightly pointed out, Abid. The start is there. The small foundation has been laid. You've got to resurrect and build over it and rebuild. The situation time does not call for wild shots. Look at that wicket to fall. The first over of Amar Khalid has been so impressive. Generating pace, getting the ball to move, extracting bounce, bowling it around the corridor of uncertainty, and the batter not helping his cause.
Well, he made his point there very clear. Picked up a wicket on a very first delivery, and the rest all deliveries has been spot on. He's going to bowl maybe a wicket maiden.
Quite rightly so. Wicket maiden here for Amar Khalid. What a start. Good move there by Captain Zafar as well. 4 gone. It's 30 for 2. So after 4 successful overs here for Canada, a change in bowling once again from the Oman LNG end.
Thakur is the new man. Darrell coming in. Well, it's a off spin.
No.
Played down to the long on for a single. Yeah, now you can bring the spinner, I think, when Sarfraz, the way he was playing against the spinner. Now you can bring those spinner.
And I'll tell you what, with Imran Javed throwing his bat at virtually every ball in the last over, this contest also is going to be exciting. It's hit out or miss out. Again, so unsure outside the off stump.
Beauty Archie.
Just bowling at the
I
right
can see that
outside
one,
off.
Archie.
The slip is on. And he's pulled that arm ball. So it's a very good ploy there.
Only one.
Pulls it this time towards the mid-wicket region. There's protection in the deep. Harsh has begun well. And Bahrain need to find a move on.
Just dropped it short there, Harsh. Need to be a little bit fuller. Not too full as well. So that you invite the batter to play your drive.
1-1. Good one, Archie.
Single again towards long on.
Come fellows,
Not a bad ploy if you're rebuilding.
Now Imran played 7 deliveries. Those 5 deliveries which gone absolutely for nothing. He could have taken a single and gone to the other end.
This will be a very interesting event ball now, let me tell you. Nicely bowled, coming around the wicket. What he's doing is creating an angle, and with that slip in place, he's just not allowing the batter to come forward with the ball not turning with the new ball.
Well, we thought the off spinners are out of the fashion much, but not here. Harsh Thakur really bowling well. Good over, given 3, and that brings the over to an end. It's 5 gone, and with that, there'll be change in the voices. It will be Shoaib Ahmed alongside Sohas.
Oh, sorry. Like some. Middle.
Quick single, race against time. The dive will save him. It's one of those instances where you need the direct hit more often than not. You get it from that angle with all 3 stumps for a view. I've got Shoaib alongside me. Shoaib blink and miss kind of action, just what you expect or was off balance while he threw. Direct hit and he was a goner. That's a good surprise delivery. It's one thing to bowl such a good delivery. It's quite another to sequence it well, because it's a limited resource out of the 6 deliveries you get. You want it to be pinpoint bouncer.
Yes, overall it has been a slow start. They started off well, but for Imran in specific, hasn't been able to rotate strike as much as he would have liked to.
Oh, this should be catch practice. You always let the man with the gloves get there, but it's going to be quite a run for him. If it does so, it's overrunning. It's a story of overrunning. Should have taken it, but he was swaying in the air. There isn't much wind, Shoaib, but he never looks settled underneath it. But yes, of course, you do let the man with the gloves go for it.
I think it was his catch all throughout. The ball just went high up in the air and was in the air for a long time. Very difficult, these catches running back. But as you mentioned, these should be taken. Catch practice, yes, but very difficult catch practice.
With Shoaib, you're never too far away from a slide sledge, even if you're in the com box, let alone when he has the ball in hand swinging. Oh, that's a good shot. There was 4 written all over it, had to clear. Mid-on, no problem there. Now Khalid would be feeling a little unsettled. He created the opportunity though, Shoaib, and the next one disappears.
That's not a good sign for any bowler. That was hit nice and clean. A lot better from Imran Javed, making sure he gets more connection onto the ball and gets a boundary. 7 of 12. He's still behind a runner ball. That's the least that you would expect for a batter to score in the 20 over format. Bahrain meanwhile are 40 for 2 now. 40 for 2. 2 more deliveries to go in the power play.
Bahrain will take 40 for 2. Oh, that's got a lot of height and the perfect ingredient if you want to write 6 against your name. Height and distance. That will never look like it's going to die down. The only thing to stop it is a pillar.
That was cleanly hit. I think that is one of the best that Imran has connected. So if you see, that first ball was off the edge. The second was a lot better, but this one was the best of the lot. Great connection, and the result, 6 runs.
Tells you the importance of every single catch, isn't it?
Absolutely, Suhas. I think that catch drop will definitely come back to haunt Canada, and you'd have to feel for Amar after creating that opportunity. It would have been 2 wickets for Amar, but what has transpired is 2 runs on that catch that was dropped, and then a 4 and a 6.
Ravinder Pal Singh has given him a word of advice. Is it the slower delivery coming up? Yes, it was indeed. That's a great adjustment made by the batter as well, but little too late to realize that he cannot go through with it to get a big hit again. 6 overs gone, 47 for 2. Recovery from Bahrain. Six overs gone, 47 for 2. Harsh Thakur will continue. The first. That was an incredible hit from Captain Sarfaraz. Now he strikes it cleanly, no questions about that. And this was too easy for the umpire to raise his finger. Kaleem Sana, the man who's played under 19 for Pakistan, now calls Canada his home. He's been terrific. Then Khalid picked up that wicket. Excellent catch there by the skipper. Then it's all batting. Tremendous hitting. Shoaib, out of the 4 sixes we've seen so far, what do you reckon about the third one, or which one's your favorite so far?
Well, your question has the answer in it. Is the third six, of course, the best of the lot? Meanwhile, it's Harsh who's continued his second over now and has bowled a good first over. Harsh hasn't given away a lot of runs and looked very consistent with his line and length.
Off late, he's been bowling a lot more to generate that edge. He's dived over it. Work to do.
Good throw, good throw.
The third one's on. The third one's on. It was a bit of a relay race. Ran a little late to attract the throw towards the non-strikers. And I think that's a little ploy from Imran Javed and Ahmed bin Nasir.
That's good running between the wickets. Very well done. Very ordinary effort at the short third, diving over the ball, but that has resulted in 3 runs. And you see, since that catch drop, runs have come in for Bahrain as they reach and breach the 50-run mark. That's a beautiful delivery, much better. He's been bowling well. He's been bowling really well. The 3 runs that were conceded were off the edge, but he's maintaining and he's bowling his stock ball, and that is what he needs to do on a consistent basis.
Absolutely, Shoaib. I'll tell you what, you were here for the D10 as well. Now the spinners, the length that the spinners chose more often than not when the batters were coming after them, even more so because it was D10. If you had to give a word of advice to Harsh at this stage, what would it be?
Well, I would just advise him to... Yeah, I think the length is right. I think the length is right. Just a little defensive coming around the wicket, Harsh. But I would definitely want him to flight the ball a lot more, because that is when you can create an opportunity. And we've seen when you turn the ball, when you flight the ball in the air, you get more turn and more purchase out of it.
Well, he's good with his turning delivery as well, but I'll tell you what, more often than not, the illusion of spin has got the better of the batter with Harsh, with the amount of cricket he plays in Canada and sometimes in the US as well. Now it's been referred upstairs. Did the back foot misbehave? Not so much on that occasion. He's all right.
That was well planted. Didn't move at all, that back leg, and that is what they teach you, that train you when you are always practicing. When you're on the front foot, your back foot should not move. So very well done. Good glove work, but I think that's not out, and that is what it will be.
As a spinner, when you're up against a certain batter, you try and find out what his reach is, and Harsh Thakur's got that measured up for sure. You got to make the bat a full stretch. Now they're still checking it. They're still checking it. Are we checking the no ball? Now we've seen that the back foot of the batter hasn't misbehaved. But what about the front foot of the bowler? That so far has been an entertaining innings. Love the resurrection of Bahrain. And there was absolute clarity with which Sarfaraz Ali came out to bat as well. Now the captain showing such clarities again. Very commendable. Now I'll tell you what, Shoaib, this team's gone through a transition from their last qualification game and the game with which they qualified eventually. That was through net run rate back in Qatar. That was a different side altogether, led by Nasim Khan at that time. This transformation has come through for Bahrain now. They've invested in young talent as well. Now Sarfraz has got a better, more important role as a skipper. Now what about the front foot of the bowler? He's all right. He's completely fine. Gentle nudge for a single.
Yeah, the easy single for Ahmed bin Nasir. He's on 8 of 8. Imran is on 17. 9 now, Ahmed, with that single. Good over so far. Goes for a big heave. Now Imran, he's got that momentum. He's got some runs from the middle of the bat, and now he believes that every time the ball is thrown at him, he's going to throw it out of the park. Not to be, my friend. Just have to. It's a game of some aggression mixed with caution.
That's a very good delivery. He's quicking things up here for a final delivery. 51 for 2 after 7.
Monsallo Mia. Monsallo, move, let go. AJ, Pragat, AJ here. उधर कौन जाएगा भाई? शादी भाई. It's okay guys, let's go.
Right, 7 overs, 51 for 2. And it's been a good spell so far from Harsh. Now it's going to be interesting who bowls next and who does Saad bring in. Is it going to be a spinner? Looks like it's going to be a spinner. And I think the contest is evenly balanced right now. Yes, Bahrain are building a partnership, but one wicket here in Canada will fancy their chances.
Oh, good delivery. It's not often you see that the first delivery you bowl, you figure out the right pace to be bowling on this track. Salman Nazir, a stalwart. Wonderful delivery. I think the idea was also to play it with soft hands to allow enough time to cover the yards required. Love the cricket.
Goes aerial this time, over extra cover, and he's middled it so well. He's going to get 6 runs for that. Beautiful hit. And now again, your thoughts go back to that dropped catch every time Imran scores runs. But this time, I think it was just a beautiful shot. Not the easiest ones, but definitely highly effective.
Oh, what a good shot. Wrong length to be bowling for someone like Imran Javed, who's got the long levers to go through with a shot of that kind.
Definitely looks like that. And when a batter plays that kind of a shot, it becomes even more difficult for bowlers to get the right length. You can't be bowling too full, too close to Imran, because then he'll go downtown. You can't be bowling slow, because then he'll play you over extra cover. So Imran definitely has now found his mojo, and he's middling every ball.
I can feel the wicket, I can feel this wicket, let's go fellow.
A lot of encouragement from behind the wicket.
No run there, Sadi.
Wants that single, but the problem is only he wants that single. The partner hasn't responded.
Good one, Sadi.
And in hindsight, it was a good call not to take one.
Yes, you're right, Suhas. I think that was never a run that was asking for trouble. That is what happens now. He's overthinking. He's got that 6, and now he was premeditated that he would want to take that single and get off the mark. Doesn't work that way.
Well, that was too straight, but Nasir believes he's got some finger on it. He's got something on it. It's been referred upstairs. Emir bin Nasir, has he been venturing out too early? Salman's got some sweet pain to show the world. It's hit him for sure, if that's the question. And then it's hit the stumps as well. Imran Javed strikes it very, very hard and very, very quickly as well. Little did he know that the friendly fire button has been switched on for this game. This is not Counter-Strike Condition 0. This is cricket.
That's out. If he's got his hands onto it, which I think he has. I don't think he's such a good actor. So clearly, all that reaction says that he's got some fingers onto it. But we'll have to see it from a different angle, if possible, to see whether there is some hand involved. From here, it doesn't look conclusive.
No pun intended. He's got a very big hand to play in this dismissal.
Yeah, you're right. These are the softest of dismissals, and you feel bad in a way for the non-striker, because it's not his fault that the ball has hit the stumps.
Would you believe it? Just when Nasir was telling Imran Javed, I don't want you to play a part in my dismissal by running me out like a quick single that you went for, decides to strike one straight down the ground, gets a finger on it, does the bowler, and the stumps are disturbed with the non-strikers and with Nasir caught shot. He's already started to walk, while Rahul Asher waits for the confirmation to come through. The batter's already started to walk as he's seen it on the big screen.
Well, I don't think the batter should walk out unless he's been given out. So I think he has been given out. We've missed that action. And the new batter is in already. So a wicket is down, and like I said, Canada will feel that now they are back in the game again. It is so imperative and super important that you take wickets and continue to take wickets. That partnership was looking dangerous, but finally they've got that breakthrough.
Come on lads, pressure up, another wicket here, let's go lads. Number 5, I can see it buddy. Number 4, Ravi. Hello.
Oh, what a good delivery. They will eventually scamper for a single, but it wasn't a well thought out single in terms of the communication. But what a star this man is. 100% all the time. Did get not just one hand but both hands on it. And he was so engulfed in the appeal that he forgot about the pain. It later occurred to him, yes, it was struck hard. Sure, that's commitment for you, isn't it? And Salman's a star indeed. I'll tell you what, there was a game in which he was suffering from fever. He played against USA in Antigua, picked up 2 crucial wickets, and never told anyone that he was playing with fever.
Well, that's such a great spirit, and you can see that transpire into his performance as well. 8 runs off it, just that 1-6 that was hit towards extra cover, but he's recovered back in that over. It's 8 overs gone, 59 for 3.
Let's go, Archie.
59 for 3. Oh, well fielded. And also the fact that Matthew Spoos is not at the edge of the 30-yard circle allows to cut off that single because the dispatch is that much quicker.
You can do it, Archie.
Catch it is a call, but will land well shot. Another dot ball, 2 dot balls strung together. It's a great start for Harsh Thakur. And the fact that he gets through the overs quickly as well must be a good friend of the captain for sure. If you're getting through the overs so quickly, the time factor is negated. Oh, good change in pace. Even though the length was a little predictable, the pace wasn't. Imran Javed had gone for a big shot. That's a genuine waft.
Yeah, just cleared his front foot and trying to use that angle to his advantage, playing over extra cover. Oh, that's beautifully hit. That was in the zone, and the sound will tell you that it's gone out of the park. What a great hit that is from Imran Javed.
All right, while we're taking the cab back to our hotel, we know where to stop and search for that ball. That's gone deep inside Amarat. Go explore the area. There are very few balls we've seen being hit so well crisply. Crisply struck. The sense of ease with which he gets the elevation as well is making big grounds look minuscule. It's not a very extravagant follow through either. Pure power, pure connection. Imran Javed took a bit of time to get going. 30 of 26 now. That's why he backs himself. 3 dot balls. Something had to give. And the first runs come in the form of a big 6 straight down the ground. Very demoralizing. Can Harsh come back well here? battle brews between these two. Harsh Thakur versus Imran Javed. Oh, what a treat to watch.
Outside off this time has been played towards the cover sweeper. Diving effort. Again, this is the man who's been everywhere for Canada. With the ball in the previous over, got that run out through his hands, and now puts in a diving effort to save certain runs for his side.
Absolutely, that was going to the boundary in no time. 100% commitment every time. That's Salman for you. Importantly for Bahrain, they've taken 2, so it's going to be Imran Javed back on strike. I think the boundary is being checked over here. Was the dive clean? Pushes it into play. Hasn't made contact yet. Hasn't made contact with the rope yet. And he's done a tremendous job indeed to save 2 crucial runs for his side. Sure, that was struck hard. That would have been 4 any other day.
Oh yes, he's timing it so well. He's middling it, and he's got a lot of power in his shots. Imran Javed, that's another fuller delivery, has been slammed straight down the ground. Will only be a single this time.
Once upon a time, Imran Javed walked out with a bat. Now it's a sledgehammer for sure. 9 gone, 68 for 3.
Okay, good.
$68 for 3.
Catch it, catch it.
Catch it is the call. But who is the question? Ravinder Pal Singh needed a Superman's cape to try and get there. Imran Javed has found out that there is bliss in hitting straight down the ground.
Good one, Salman.
Yes, the boundaries are shorter compared to the square boundaries, so he's targeting that straight down the ground, and even the mistimed shots are clearing the boundary. That's how powerful he is.
Mistimed? Are you sure that word exists in his dictionary? Mistimed?
Now, that was not from the middle of the bat. The one that he timed was out of the park, so clearly he didn't time that at all.
Oh, what a crisp hitter of the cricket ball, isn't it? And Sohail Ahmed does what all the fans want him to do. Pick up a single, give it to the showman.
That's the right way to go about it. That's the right approach. Sohail is off the mark with that single. Imran is on 40 of 30 deliveries. He started off slow, was looking a little off color, but all that is out of the window, and now he's looking like a rainbow.
It's one of the most poetic pieces of commentary I've heard, especially sitting alongside, trust me.
Come on, fellas, come on,
I'm trying to learn from my co-commentator here.
I was a little late on it, and the fact that he can still flight the ball so much shows the courage that Salman's got. Good delivery.
Ravi.
Ravinder Pal Singh's got a lot of ground to cover, but he's got one of the strongest arms in the side as well. That's exactly why he's mostly deployed in the long on and long off region. And of course, the bucket-like hands help as well when the time comes.
One of the safest fielders
Yes, hello.
for Canada, and as you mentioned, one of the important positions to be fielding at, the long off.
Catch it.
Just over. And that's running away quickly as well. Ravinder Pal dives in vain. Boundary collected. Sohail Ahmed's also borrowed a leave out of Imran Javed's book. Hitting straight down the ground is a great area for runs indeed. 10 gone, 81 for 3. It's an ITW Pro G production, TPT 360 production. And we're back, and we're at the halfway stage of the first innings of Bahrain. It's been a great recovery indeed. Yes, they've lost an additional wicket after the power play, but Imran Javed's holding it together. This innings, 41 of 32 for Imran Javed. Sohail Ahmed's walked in and faced 3 balls for his 5. Time for more spin. Harsh Thakur will finish off. And to take you through the next 10, it's going to be Abid with Mikhail.
Thank you, Suhas. Well, I just tagged it on the onside. They'll be looking for 2. Now they'll be settling with 1 only. The last thing they want is to lose a wicket here by run out. We just witnessed earlier. The last wicket going out was a run out. They just faint little touch on the finger and that crushed into the stumps.
And what a counter attack this has been from Bahrain. Got to give them credit. Just plays that towards backward point. They'll get 2 runs. And what I've really liked about this innings by Bahrain has been the approach despite the follow wickets. That attacking set of play has not changed for them. Imran Javed, remember, he consumed the first 5 deliveries playing all over the ball. But he's come back so well, 42 of 33, and this partnership also needs to grow if they need to look at something in excess of 150.
Well, he had the approach of attacking.
Nicely played towards long on. So Sohail is happy taking the singles, and Imran Javed is not missing out on the loose deliveries.
One thing that, Mikhail, I want these two batters to do is when you're making a call to be very clear. Yes, either it is yes or no, either it is no. You can't be hanging around in the middle.
Nothing suicidal at this point. Down the leg. Just trying to give that a heave. Fine legs up in the circle. That's why Harsh, bowling around the wicket, will have to bowl to his field.
Yeah, there you go. These sort of batters are usually very, very dangerous. Either they'll go hard and make those shots very easy.
Driven straight to covers. That was firmly hit. Had that beaten the fielder at cover, that would have been 4 more. So Sohail Ahmed also slowly opening up, freeing his arms. Makes some room on this occasion. Hits it wide of long off. Fetches 4. Just like the way he's manufactured the shot on this occasion, Sohail Ahmed. Very good shot.
Well, he made it room so beautifully. Look at that. Just going slightly and opening the front leg and getting the gap between the two fielders. That brings the end for 11, 90 for 3.
Sadi. Change, left arm out.
Captain Zafar brings himself back into the attack. Went for 16 in his very first over. That's when he was bowling in the power play. Again, short and wide. Straight to the fielder at backward point. They'll steal a single. I like the approach. I like the running and the calling.
Yeah, that should be very clear now. Saad is making a comeback into his attack earlier. He's bowled that second over.
1 year, Sadi.
He went for the plenty of runs. It seemed to be a very nice start there now in this over. Yeah, this is where you need to be. You need to be clear when you're running.
Usually what happens, Abid, it's the 11 to 13 to 14 overs where the passage of play becomes interesting. Sometimes it slows down. And that's when you can't lose the way. And they've done really well at the moment, both these batters.
And also that Saad, the way he started bowling, he was giving some air to the bowl. So that doesn't usually works with the new bowl. Usually you try to bowl those arm bowls and bring it in with the arm and get that batter trapped in front, or if he misses, you hit.
Absolutely, Abid. This time it's been slashed, cut away, and that'll be 4 more. Very good shot. Short and wide and dealt perfectly by the batter as well. Very poor bowling here, let me add.
Oh, that was extraordinary shot there. Beautifully doing it. Sohail kept it all along the carpet. And that travelled really fast. Nothing for the fielder.
Much better this time, giving some air to it. They'll steal another single, direct hit.
How was that? How was that?
A half-hearted appeal by the fielder. What I really like about this delivery is this time around he didn't really rush it in. He didn't really hurry the batter, gave it some air.
Yeah, it was a similar kind of a shot, but not timed it well, and that is direct hit is always an exciting, isn't it, Mikhail? We just that's into the third, and that would be the end of 12. It's 98 for 3.
Left arm.
Take a look at the batting card. Umair departed very early. Kaleem was bowling exceptionally well. Amar as well in the very first delivery struck. And they were 3 down very early in the innings. But this counter-attack by Imran and the partnership between him and Sohail has really helped Bahrain build their innings and look at a very strong total that they'll be setting for Canada at the moment. 44 of 37. 10 extras conceded so far by Canada. They'll have to work on that bit when it comes to the bowling. Kaleem and Amar Khalid have been very impressive, going at an economy of 7, taking a wicket apiece. Captain Saad Zafar, touch expensive, going at 12. And Salman Nazar as well has conceded 21 of his 2. Harsh may have not taken a wicket, but he was very, very tidy, conceding only 24 in his 4. Taken on the full, beats the fielder at backward point. 4 more runs coming thick and fast here for Bahrain, and in the process they also get to the 100 runs.
Exactly the shot you want to play. Beat the fielder. Quite nicely came onto that shot. A good use of the wrist. Nothing for the fielder. 100 up now from here. Well, they really need to bat a little more better. They'll reach to 200. That's what the captain was talking at the toss to Shoaib. Sarfraz.
Again gets a very thickish outside edge. 4 more in the same region. Nothing wrong about that delivery. Rubber the green going Bahrain's way at the moment. Runs are coming in very fast as Sohail has raced to 26.
Yeah, again, this time got down to the same region, the boundary. The outfield is quite quicker. Really working in the favor of the batter. So now we see from this game number 2 of this MazaPlay.net Deserts Cup that as soon as it gets the dark and the night is out, the batting gets slightly easier.
And I'll tell you what, with all the fours that are coming by from all sides of the ground, it's the singles, the way they've rotated the strike, stolen singles inside the 30-yard circle, that needs to be complemented as well. This partnership looking very threatening.
Yeah, 100 up in just around 12 overs. So rest 8 overs if these two batters stick around the partnership, which looks very strong from here. We might end up really see that 200 up.
Giving that a wild swing, much better. Just drag that length back. Back of the length deliveries always trouble batters.
Kaleem bowling slightly different the way he was bowling in the first over. Now when he's coming to bowl in this almost to the death overs, he's coming around the wicket and also angling it in. Works with the angles, this time bowled it, dropped it slightly slow.
Salo.
Imran Javed, 45 and 39. It's the strike rate at which they're getting the runs. That's what needs to be mentioned, because they may have lost early wickets, 30 for 3 at one stage.
Yeah, they were struggling clearly earlier. They just had a captain who's given them the firing start. This time angled it in, played that cut shot to brought a single run. It's 109 for 3 at the end of the 13.
Okay.
Suffer to continue to bowl his third over. It's been very expensive this evening. Much better,
Good
giving
line,
it
good
that
line, good
fly
line,
single
Sadi.
towards long off. Bahrain are on cruise control mode.
Certainly they seem to be in control of this game completely. From here, they can only look after now. There's 3 fielders on the onside and 2 patrolling on the off, the mid off and the sweeper cover.
Short and wide, that's been punched towards the extra cover region. Firmly struck, enough time to go back on that back foot and bludgeon it. Imran moves to 49, and what an innings he's playing.
It's been a strong statement sent to the rest of the teams in the tournament. Bounced it from the back foot and very well connected.
Good effort, Sadiq. Good
Drilled
effort,
down and
Sadiq.
went
Keep
for
working
4.
there. Keep working there.
He's on a verge to make the 50, one shy of the 50. And look at the strike rate. Impressive there, where the team was in some sorts of trouble when he walked in.
50 up, he wants the second run, he's running that first run fast. This is very good cricket. Imran Javed gets that much needed 50. He's played the anchor's role, he's been the mainstay, and in the process he's powering his team to a very strong total in this game against Canada.
Well, this is just not that 50 that you usually get, it's the 50 which matters. The team was down and out, they were struggling, they were 2 down, the captain just walked out and he was having a little bit of a shaky start. Consumed 5 deliveries as a dot ball and his approach was the same. Attack, attack and attack.
Oh, this time around, looks like he's played it on. The ball going in with the arm, too close to cut, not much width offered on this occasion. And Imran, soon after getting to his 50, has had to depart. He's played a fine innings, but Zafar finally gets his man.
Yeah, chopped it on to his stumps while trying to play that late cut, little too late on that, and the ball got a little bigger on him. Saw the strike, it's 116 for 4.
Just when Bahrain looked good with 2 batters stitching a very vital association, Zafar has broken that partnership, and in comes Haider Ali, a strike rate of 121, a best of 62. He can bat, he can get the runs. It's the middle order that needs to stand tall.
Excellent,
Good
Salman.
punch
Excellent,
and good
Salman.
start this. As a batter, you
Salman,
want the first
come on,
delivery to
Sadi.
come right in the center of your bat.
Keep working, fellow. Keep working here.
He's got a good average of 30, but in the 20 overs game, I think the strike rate matters more than the average.
Good one, Sadi. Good one,
Absolutely.
Sadi.
Abid couldn't agree more with you on that occasion. So it's been a very fine over by Zafar. He may have gone for runs, but he's got the danger man in this over, and he's put the brakes on the run scoring as well. He finishes his 3 overs with 31 for 1, and at the end of 14, it's 116 for 4.
Fine leg. Mid wicket or third man? Arshi, Arshi. Kampala.
Pargat introduced into the attack. He'll come with his slow off spinners.
Selector.
Well, heavily relies the team Canada on Pargat, the off spinner.
Short and wide, straight to the fielder at backward point. Very lucky to get away. And that's what happens when a new batter comes in. He takes time to settle, and that's where the fielding side can just bring themselves back into the equation.
Working Pala.
Yeah, they brought in the off spinner. And I thought the off spin has been out of fashion, but no, that's not the case. Oh, beautifully done that one. But coming to your point, was a need of a slip.
Right, and a very interesting action does Pargat have at the point of delivery. There's a little bit of a jerk and a move if you look at it. Look at that. Is it a little confusing? Trying to confuse the batter?
Yeah, but all that he does, he gets a massive turn off the deck. We haven't seen any bowler getting that amount of a turn there. You can see the batter is being forced to play on the back foot.
Bowling Pala.
You need to just get away with those overs by finding the right bowlers.
On Pala.
Most captains want to use those part-timers as well when a new batter comes in.
Well, he flights the ball. That's a very good delivery there.
Bowling Pala. Bowling
You
Pala.
see, he's not afraid from flighting the delivery, despite we're just 5 overs away
Good one,
from
your lad.
the
Good one, your lad.
innings. Oh, you can see the drift in the air as well.
And he's bowling wide on the crease. Goes aerial on this occasion. Fielder coming underneath. Overruns it. So often we've seen it this evening. And Pargat is not impressed with the fielder as well. That should have been taken. It was straightforward. Another chance has been put down. Batsman survives. 15 gone. It's 121 for 4.
It's okay, buddy. Let's go. Moving. Archie, forget it. Let's move on. Move on. Come, Sade.
Start to continue. Goes aerial, goes high, and goes handsome. That's disappearing into the dark. What a shot this by Sohail Ahmed. He set himself up, went down on his knee, played against the turn, and brings in that big 6 as well. What a shot. There was air in this delivery, and he just went full throttle on this one. Looked like a shooting star. Going to be very interesting 29 deliveries, and to take you through all of it, it's going to be Suhas Vedam and Shoaib Ahmed.
Come, Sade. Come, Sade. Back the bade. Come, Sade. Good.
Rocked on the back foot, but straight to the fielder at point. No chance. A good comeback after being hit for a mighty
Good one, Sade.
6
Good one, Sade.
from Saad. I've got with me
Fellow, 1
Suhas.
year, 1
Suhas,
year.
last 5 overs, where do you think Bahrain will end up in terms of the runs?
They must be aiming for 165. At least 165 with 6 wickets in hand. Oh, that's a good delivery. That's great comeback by Saad. In fact, the quickest of the deliveries is going for the second. And the second shall be completed. Wow, this is a test of fitness for Sohail Ahmed and Haider Ali, along with a test of communication. They've passed in both.
Good running, very good running between the wickets. You can see as soon as he hit it, he knew there was a second. Took the first run hard, put pressure on the fielder. Not the greatest of collect and not the greatest of throws as well. Making room for himself, wanted to play that straight down the ground, gets the edge, and the ball will cross the ropes in no time. So that's another 4 from the bat of Sohail Ahmed. Not the most convincing of boundaries, but he will take that nevertheless.
You wanted to hit it straight down the ground and get the same reward. Luck favoring Sohail. And of course, the outfield favoring the batter too. The chase was in vain and he knew it immediately. Started slowing down even before the ball reached the fence. Saad's not happy with the effort for sure. Much better. This is the Saad that the world knows is coming back into the groove. At the toss as well, I think Saad mentioned that this is going to be a great dry run for Malaysia coming up.
Absolutely, I think they've got some really important fixtures in terms of the ICC league matches and the chances of qualifying.
A poor delivery. And that'll be put away. In fact, it was asking for trouble. Comfortable height. I'll tell you what, you place a bowl of cherries alongside that, Haider Ali will still pick the ball. 16 overs gone, 1-3-8 for 4.
Kampala. Arshit, check the bowler.
1-3-8 for 4. Looking for that final launch pad.
Come on, man.
Did slip there, and so did Khalid. We're talking about the dew factor. I think it's full blown at this moment. Now this is what happened at with the strikers and the non-strikers. The first run was on, and then at this point of time the striker slipped, and so did Khalid. And both the teams having their own share of slipping on that particular delivery.
Oh, beautiful hit straight down the ground. That is right from the middle of the bat. And he decides to go over long off and does that with a lot of ease.
What a way to bring up his half century. Sohail Ahmed starts this tremendous tournament with a half century. Will set the tone nicely for other games as well for Sohail Ahmed, and would also knock the doors for a promotion in the batting order. Walked in under pressure, and boy has he delivered. Yes, it was there to be hit, and Salman Nazar was just a spectator. He's thrown his bat at this one again. It's growing wings as it goes. 6 more. I think it startled a couple of officials there. Little did he realize the leather was flying at him at such ferocious pace. Sohail Ahmed's not done yet.
Yes, and I think after that 50, he's looking even more dangerous. He's got the license to go for it. That was not a bad ball, but just a super shot. Picked that length early and then just deposited that over mid-wicket for 6.
What I've liked about Bahrain's batting approach today is that they've given you a buffet of sixes. When they hit one, they're always after the other one as well.
He moves on to 57 now. In just 25 deliveries, just chipped it over long off towards extra cover. Won't go all the way. Salman Nazar will cut that off. And that will only be a single. They've crossed the 150 run mark here. And another 3 overs to go after this. Will be interesting to see if Bahrain can get to 180.
Yeah, more than 165 for sure. A good delivery. I think when you cut down on the flight when the batter is expecting it a little, then he's got to kick into the mode of the second option, which is to run it down and pick up a single. Sohail Ahmed. Now he'll be looking for the third 6 in the over. Very expensive from Pargat Singh. He's overstepped. That is spelling more trouble for Pargat Singh. Salman Nazar refraining from the throw for just a bit, Shoaib. Pargat doesn't want to look at the captain at this stage. Rahul Asher has called it a no ball. Saad's not a policeman. Bhargat's already expensive. 2 sixes, then 3 singles. But in the last single which was taken, a no ball's hidden as well. Marginal or more so?
Very tight call. Free hit it is. He goes flat. He goes straight towards the long on. Oh, that's beaten the fielder. That was hit so hard. Hardly any time for the fielder to cut that off. And that free hit has costed Bahrain in more ways than one. 17 overs have been bowled. 160 for 4.
right arm over. जल्दी नहीं है कोई बॉल डर रही है कोई मसला नहीं माइंड से क्योंकि मोमेंटम टूट जाएगा हाँ ओके शाबाश
Oh, good delivery from Khalid. And this would be 2 crucial overs from Khalid here. He's done really well in his first spell. Shoaib, very impressive, 1 for 14. But the batters were coming after him. I think he's grooming himself into a bowler for the big occasions. Mark Khalid.
Yes, has bowled well, and the expectations will be even higher now in the second spell, because Bahrain is looking dangerous with Sohail Ahmed on 59 of 28. He would want to tee off from here, and Canada would want to see his back as soon as possible.
Not convincing, but still pouches it. Teams it down. Shreyas Mohba.
Good ball, very good ball there. A slower delivery. Took the bottom edge of the bat. Trickled away towards the keeper. Two dot balls, back-to-back dot balls. This is gold dust for Canada.
And so is this man, who's producing figures of 1 for 14 and 2.2. But that was very well struck. And the precision with which he's put this away, Khalid's got some thinking to do. Wasn't a very poor delivery. It was supposed to be a surprise factor. Also the change in pace. But once he went through with a swivel, Shoaib, he believed in himself that he can hit the gap.
I think that was not the right choice to be bowling to somebody like Sohail, who's well set now. He's sighting the ball nice and early. You can't be bowling those short pitch deliveries, especially at that pace of Ammar. Get to those Yorkers, my friend. It's death overs.
Shoaib, 2 dot ball, something had to give. That is a Yorker coming up, no. Decided to go for this slightly shorter delivery. Back of the length is something that he loves to go for. Quick running between the wickets, more frustration for Zafar. He knows it's 166 already. Game on.
Oh yes, absolutely. Canada will want to restrict Bahrain to anything around 180. But as of now, Bahrain are well set to cross that 180 mark. Even 190 is a possibility. With Sohail Ahmed batting the way he is, 65 of just 31 deliveries. That's striking at more than 200. Absolutely brilliant.
He's got to close it out well here. It hasn't been a very poor over either. Now it's turning out to be one, perhaps. The fact that he waits for the slower delivery as well. He's picked it out of his hand and then picked the bones out of this one from the middle of the bat.
Still no Yorkers, and he's been punished. A slower delivery, waited for that. Sohail Ahmed, he's played a magical innings, and it's a special innings because he's come at a time when Bahrain were not looking at that score, but because of his batting performance, now Bahrain can fancy 185, 190.
Big swing and a miss, and in fact, he was saving the best delivery for the last delivery. Still 10 runs come off it. Amar's most expensive so far, still tidy. 18 gone, 170 for 4.
Keep going, Sarah. Left arm round.
170 for 4. 18 overs gone. Your dream 190 is around the corner, Shoaib.
Yes, and I think 200 is also not.
Oh God! Shoaib, you're never satisfied, are you? Well, that's a good delivery. It took off from that length. Shreyas Mohba eventually kept it down, but otherwise that was flying away.
He's quick, I think. Kaleem, he's quicker than the other bowler, Ammar. So clearly, it's not going to be easy.
Yeah, Kaleem's of different quality. Pakistan under 19. While we speak, he's been smashed straight down the ground. Oh, what a good shot. The fact that this straight down the ground has been a repetitive expression today just tells you how good the batters of Bahrain have practiced.
Oh, yes, I think they're targeting and they're playing to a plan. That ball was in the slot. It's not all about pace all the time. You need to get your length right. He's erred on that occasion. And Heather has hit that straight down the ground. That sound of the ball hitting the side screen is such a special sound for any batter. 18 of 11 for him.
Mind you, Kaleem's comeback's what we're waiting for, perhaps. Slower delivery, and yes, indeed, it's a comeback. Nazar completes the catch. He makes it look so simple in the end. It's not an easy catch. Had to run around it a little. But Haider Ali has done what is asked of him. 18 of 11, providing the lovely extra pair of hands. 8 of 12, rather. The slower delivery took him by surprise there, isn't it, Shoaib? He least expected it. And a good catch by Salman.
Haider Ali walking back after scoring 18 of 12. 176 for 5. So 9 more deliveries to go. 176 for the loss of 5 wickets. 190 on the cards for Bahrain. But they'll have to score those 14 runs. And who is going to score them is going to be the question. Right now, the mission for David Matthias, the new batter, is to get that single and get Sohail on strike. Average of 37, not bad.
Wanted to be cheeky. First up. Shoaib, it looks wonderful when it comes off.
It does, and it doesn't look wonderful when it doesn't.
But the commentators are always harping after the batter when it doesn't come off as well. Go for it.
No, I think it was a good try, good intent. Just the execution was not right, and sometimes that happens. That's the last wicket of Haider. A good comeback from the bowler, Kaleem, getting that slower bouncer. Where does he bowl now? Still no Yorkers yet, Suhas.
That's in the gap as well. Will tease both the fielders and go for four. Matthew Spores for a moment thought he'll put in the dive. He'll put in the dive. Just kept delaying it. Eventually the ball did trickle away. And I think there was confusion amongst the two fielders as well as to who wants to put the dive in first. Not for the best part of the bat, but still in one of the best parts of the ground. In the gap for four. Sohail Ahmed has played a priceless innings coming down the order, 73 of 34. He has shown Bahrain how to dream of 190. I think it's a similar delivery that got him the wicket. He's tried it again and will finish the over with that as well, Will Kaleem. 19 gone, 181 for 5. $181 for 5. Kaleem to bowl the final over.
Short ball, good short ball, well directed. This one's going to land well before the fielder there, Harsh Thakur. And it's going to be a single. And that'll bring Sohail Ahmed on strike, and that is what Bahrain would want him to face the last 5 deliveries of this over.
When was the last time you miscued a shot and you're very congratulated for it? Well, you're well congratulated for it. Sohail Ahmed, the man of the moment. 73 of 35. He's provided at least a 20-run cushion that the bowlers would be looking for. And it's going to be a task cut out for Canada batters when they come out to bat. This is game on. Amar, 1 for 25. He's done an exceptional job. The problem's runs have been leaking. That's the problem. Oh, crisply struck. Don't bother the elevation. That'll land beyond the fence. Sohail Ahmed moves on to 79. And it's going to be a night to remember for him with a bat in hand for sure. He's exceeded expectations and he's already asked very politely to the management, can I be pushed up the order?
Well, I don't think he'll be pushed up the order because he'll play an important role where he is right now. The way he has batted, he's going to be the backbone and the finisher for Bahrain. 79 of just 36 deliveries. And Ammar, the length that he's bowling right now, he's going to be taken for runs the way Sohail Ahmed is batting, unless he changes that, unless he gets those Yorkers in place.
Sure, if you've been harping on it. I'll tell you what, Sohail Ahmed has been one of the most quietest people in the Bahrain camp. His voice is a whisper. That did fall short. Sohail Ahmed, the quietest, one of the quietest in the camp. He lets the bat talk. He lets the bat roar.
Well, great players do that, don't they? They let the bat talk, they let their performance do all the talking. This was a good effort. Just the ball was always dying on him. Couldn't reach there in time. And fortune, they say, favors the brave. And I think Sohail Ahmed definitely falls in that category.
David Matthias has got him. The slower delivery wasn't read at all. David Matthias had gone through with a shot and then the ball arrived, taking its own sweet time. It's going to be a long walk back for David. Very surprising for the batter who's played so much in Bangalore. A lack of bounce shouldn't be a problem. I think that was the least of his concerns. It's the fact that he didn't read the slower delivery out of the hand. I think the Yorkers are still out of play, but this is a wicket-taking delivery. Slow and straight when it matters. 2 deliveries to go. David Keelan Matthias just 2 against his name. 189 for 6. Are the Yorkers coming?
Rolling 5 minutes light. 5 minutes light. with it. That's a leg stump guy. Right arm over, 2 to come.
Two more deliveries to go. And the ball just slips out of his hand. He'll have to go all the way back and bowl that again.
Veerabhadran Sadhaiya comes out of bat as he so often does. The script always tells him, no time for you to get settled. Give me those sixes. 31 years of age. 129 runs so far. That average of 16.12. Don't look at it. Look at the strike rate. 134.33. Was in the camp with the Gujarat Titans during the IPL as a net bowler.
Oh, beautiful hit. Again, it's gone downtown. That length hasn't been a great length from Ammar. And he's been punished, and rightly so. What a beautiful hit. Excellent shot.
Clearing the front foot. Boy, is he an exciting finisher. Veerabhadran Sadhaiya. That's a tremendous hit indeed. The whole of Bahrain is watching this innings and enjoying. The whole of Pudukkottai Aradangi back in Tamil Nadu is enjoying this innings. What a start to this man. He's got 2 deliveries to make an impact with the bat in hand. One of them has disappeared beyond the side screen. Very ironical, isn't it?
It is. What a way to get off the mark, and what a time to come out to bat. It's not easy. It's never easy. I think it's one of the most difficult skills to come out and bat and start hitting the ball from ball number 1.
Would you believe it, Shoaib? All eyes were on Sohail Ahmed, 80 of 37. Bahrain was praying that he gets on strike again. Matthias gets out, Veerabhadran walks in, smashes it straight down the ground and sends a statement. And I'll tell you what, Shoaib, 195 for 6, another one from the middle of the bat, and Shoaib Ahmed would have that crystal ball once again with him, with his prediction coming through.
Well, I think the credit has to go to these batters of Bahrain who've done so well. What they've done really exceptional is that they have capitalized on the loose deliveries. They haven't had second thoughts about whether to go for a shot or not. They had a very clear plan that if it's going to be in their zone, they're going to play their shots, and that is such a great plan to have in T20 cricket.
That's a tremendous shot indeed. He's just admiring the beauty that he's created. And what I like about the Bahrain side is the fearless cricket, that fearless brand of cricket, starting from Sarfaraz up top. And a lot comes from the mindset that the coach has instilled in them. Mr. Kapoor. What a tremendous hit. Ammar is not finished yet, but he's 2 for 38 at the end of 4 for someone who'd given away 14 in the first 2. You expected something better, and of course, somebody needs to whisper in his ears, Yorkers, Yorkers, because clearly he doesn't have 1 year on commentary. That's what Shoaib's wondering.
Well, I think they've planned it in a way. I feel that they don't want to bowl and they want to try and use the pitch and the conditions, but hasn't worked for Ammar. Here we go. Last ball up in the air. It's gone towards the cover sweeper, and the fielder will take that catch along the ropes. Suhas in the com box thought that it's going to go the distance, but it didn't, and that will be a dot ball. 195 is what it's going to be. Bahrain have been they haven't been given that chance to go and get to that 200 run mark, but I think this is a good score, a very good score nevertheless for Bahrain to defend in the second innings.
Oh, very good score indeed, and absolutely I thought for a moment that it's travelling the distance. Nazar, it dipped on him, and it's very difficult to take that catch in that position with the lights coming straight in front of your eyes, but boy did he take an excellent catch with boundary awareness. Tremendous indeed. Veerabhadran would be mighty proud of himself, having scored this 6 runs in 2 balls. Bahrain's batting chart suggests that lots of Imran and Sohail, these 2 men have turned it around for them. They made them dream of 190 plus, and boy did they deliver. Umair went early, Sarfaraz 14 or 7, couldn't continue. Amir's run a ball 10 was a little blip indeed. Haidar's 18 or 12, he played his part. Sohail and Imran, the standout performers. Sohail finishing unconquered, 80 of just 37.
Yes, so with the help of 12 extras, 195 is they could what they could get in the first innings. Looking at the bowling card of Canada, well, not so great numbers. The pick of the bowlers, of course, was Ammar Khalid. He took 3 wickets. The economy was on the higher side, though 9.5. Each and every one was above that 9-run economy, except for Harsh Thakur, the spinner, who bowled at 6 and over and didn't get a wicket. So after 20 overs, 195 is what they could manage. That's the highlights of the first innings. It was all about Sarfaraz in the first few overs, where he went all guns blazing and just took on the bowlers of Bahrain, of Canada, in fact. And then that was the first wicket to fall. Some runs gifted in the form of wides. That was the second wicket to fall inside the power play. Some really good shots, excellent shots coming in from the bat of both these batters, Imran and Sohail. They built a partnership, they stitched a partnership, made sure that the loose deliveries were taken care of. That was a soft dismissal. Catch it was the call on that occasion, but that went straight down the ground. Some really good shots all around the park, not only downtown. That's another good delivery, a good comeback. And there is where Canada would have thought that they've got the game back in their favor, but they didn't know what was going to struck them in that last 10 overs. It was a hurricane, and it was Sohail Ahmed who actually took the game away from them in that first innings. It's still possible, 195, but they'll have to bat really well. That was the last 6 in the over, and then another valiant effort. Played well, got it right, just couldn't clear the ropes, and a good catch in the end to dismiss. So right, Desert Cup T20I series match number 2. Canada, when they come out to bat in the second innings, will need 196 runs at 9.8 runs per over. We'll bring that run chase to you, but before that, we'll dive into a short break and be right back. Stay tuned.
We are back live from the Oman Cricket Academy. Canada taking on Bahrain, put into bat. Bahrain have put up a strong batting effort. And this means that when Canada come out to bat, they will have their task cut out. 196 is the target. And look at that middle order. 51 by Imran of 42. Then Sohail took center stage. 80 of 37 practically just decimated all bowling. Heather gave him some company. As many as 12 extras. And by the end of it, after 20 overs, they managed 195 for 7. Pick up the bowlers, Kalimur Rahman, 36 for him in his 4, got 2 wickets. Amar Khalid as well, 3 for 38. Everyone has been expensive, but Harsh Thakur, who went for only 6 and over, conceding 24 in his 4. Otherwise, it's been a batting display by the Bahrain team. And this means that their bowlers will have enough cushion as the kickstart proceedings in the second innings. And Canada will need 198 at a run rate of 9.8 runs per over. Just the right time to introduce and welcome my co-commentator, Abid Ibrahim.
Thank you very much, Mikhail. Well, as the captain said and the boys delivered, it's almost 10 runs and over from the word go. Not an easy task to do that. But yes, let me tell you, the pitch is playing a fantastic role. The ball is coming nicely onto the bat. But these first few overs will be very crucial.
And immediately some movement off the surface. Bahrain will be buoyed by this batting effort, and that's showing in their body language as well. They have springs in their feet at the moment.
Well, indeed, they'll be charged. They are super energetic at the outfield. Look at that, just the enough swing to beat the batter. He brought that front leg a little too early out. So the bowler was smart enough to bang it slightly shorter as one.
What happens when you have a total of 195? You give your bowlers enough cushion and you can attack as well. Oh, trying to pull at the wrong length, in no position whatsoever. Very lucky, could have easily dragged that or chopped it onto the stumps.
What I liked really about the fast bowlers throughout this day, the previous one went away and this one came right onto the right-hander. Well, interesting here. So all those new bowlers have put on a show.
Well said, and a good observation there, but we saw that with Bilal Khan and Kalimullah early in the day. We saw it with Kaleem as well for Canada and even Amar. And there again you can see for Bahrain. Much better by Johnson. A little bit of a slip up, yes, no. Finally they decide to go against a run.
Yeah, Johnson is very watchful there. In a couple of occasions he was comprehensively beaten. And now this time he managed to at least get the ball on the wood. Well, the way the day started, it was all about the green, lush outfield, and the wicket also was pretty much green. A flick on the onside. This will go all the way for 4 runs. Great start.
First 4 coming, courtesy a 4 towards fine leg. Not too sure if it was a convincing hit, but he got some willow on it and just went in with that angle. Johnson playing his natural flair of cricket, and that is attack. Aaron and Matthew opening the innings here for Canada.
Well, one of these has to put a really good show. They need to bat deep. One should occupy the crease, the other one should do the fireworks.
That one came in sharply, was easily missing the leg stump, but look at that for movement again. This white ball under lights will keep testing your skill.
Well, talking about the skill, to be an opener itself, it's a big task and you need to be skillful. You need to negotiate with in-swingers, out-swingers. It's all about the pressure that the new ball bowlers applies. And it's always a challenge to face the aggressive fast bowlers. And that's a field set for you. See the third out and the fine leg is in.
Oh, he's picked that up and that's been deposited towards that car, who almost may have just even got a close shave with that car moving on the roads. What a shot this by Johnson. Got into quick position and dispatched that. 1 over gone. It's 10 for no loss.
जाने जाने Fine, middle plate. Yeah, that's middle. Thank you. If I grab leg as well, thanks. Little bit, little bit. No, two way, too much. Yeah, that's leg stump. Bowling right arm over. Thank you.
Fuller again just playing in the crease there. Aaron Johnson. That's Matthew Spores, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, Matthew was beaten there with the outswinger. And look at that. It's perfect time to swing the ball when the batter is just about to apply himself, and that's how you get the outside edge.
You've got to move your feet as a top order batter. Just get to the pitch of the ball. Shahid has begun well. This time gets a streaky edge towards third man. Off the mark. Edgy affair at the moment for Matthew, but he'll not complain because he's happy standing at the other end watching Johnson play the big hits.
Well, indeed, Johnson with that massive six on the previous over on the last ball. A typical way, West Indian way to take the guard. Well, definitely the last ball he struck, he'll be very high and confident.
Oh yeah, that was a powerful strike. Wasn't that short as it was made to look. And that ball just kept travelling and sailing into the dark. Again throwing his bat. Very good work by Noor behind the stumps.
Yeah, taken with the one hand. It's always the keeper who lifts the team as the fielding unit. He puts little extra effort, and the entire team appreciates and gets little energy.
He missed out with the bat this evening, but he's doing a very fine job behind the stumps. Very chirpy as well, raising the boys' levels of intensity, spirits, cheering them. Very important. You need somebody like that behind the wickets.
Gets the edge, and that will go into the fence. One bounce. Oh, look at that. The pace is being used pretty well here. Not a convincing way to get four.
Well, Johnson has made his intentions very clear. He'll throw his bat at everything and anything, particularly to all those deliveries which are pitched out. Once again, just didn't quite get to the pitch of the ball, got the toe end of it, and enough pace by the end of it to get four more.
Shahid is quick enough, but just erring in the line. Is giving enough width, or maybe looking a lot away from that off stick. He need to be around the off stick or just on the fifth or fourth stumps channel.
Driven through the covers, handsomely, exquisite. Does it have enough legs to go to the boundary? That's a very good effort as well. They'll keep it to 3, but this is a very fine fielding effort to save a certain boundary.
Well, despite you have a lot of runs in the bank, but Suhail did really well to pull that ball back. Yes, you saved 1 run, but that matters in the end. We know how this game plays.
Oh yes, look at that for an effort, and nicely doubled up as well by his partner. Chasing 196, the first 6 overs will be the deciding factor, Abid.
Well, Mikhail, the first 6 over, if you see, the team of Bahrain, they had a little shaky start, but one thing they kept on an eye on, that the run rate they achieved was never less. It was, despite they lost 3 wickets, but they were on 30.
Yes, that approach was something that even Team Canada should seek inspiration from, because nothing altered. Despite losing wickets, they said our approach will be the same. We will attack. attack will be the best form of defense for us, and they continue to play in that style. And that's exactly what Aaron Johnson is doing, 17 of 8. They need to see more of him in the middle if they have to get close to 195.
Oh, that's to the fine leg and a chance. Oh, there is some overthrows and they'll run off another single. That almost went to the boundary line.
Very ordinary fielding, may I add. We understand they're defending something as close to 197, but they've just not been able to raise the levels in the middle. 2 gone, it's 22 for no loss.
Middle price, little bit away. That's a best of that. I'm like third price. Yeah. Little bit to it. That's our leg stuff.
22 in the first 2 overs. It's been a flying start by Canada in pursuit of 197.
That's a typical way to chase down a mammoth total of almost 200.
Fuller this time, driven firmly, struck straight to the fielder at extra cover. Very lucky to get away Rizwan.
It's Matthews who's below the which haven't fired yet, haven't spoken much. It's been Aaron Johnson all the time, who's batting on 19 of just 9 deliveries. That's how you need a good start, and the openers are a very crucial part when you're chasing big total.
Taking the pace off it on this occasion. Quite rightly pointed out, Abid, the start decides the end in such contests.
Well, indeed, the openers has a role here. Yeah, look at that, into the ears of Rizwan there. A lot of the players being around the bowler. That's not a good sign. You just need to let the bowler do the job, or maybe the captain to be around is the right thing. It's not only the captain, but the player from the cover and the player on the mid-off, and then you have the captain on the other hand. Lots of chit-chat on the air.
That came in sharply as well. Mixing it well, Rizwan. Matthew Spurs just not being able to get off the blocks.
Yeah, clearly, look at that. Sharp in-swinger. It's on the midriff there. And also an extra bounce. That man, Imran Javed, what a knock he played under pressure. I'll tell you what, Suhail, despite made 80 runs, more than 80 in fact, but this man's 50 was very crucial.
Again, the timing is missing. He's not been able to find the gaps as well. Everything is going to the fielder. And this should not pile on as frustration for Aaron Johnson. That should be the one concern at the moment.
Yeah, 4-dot balls. Well, now you do need to make out of it. And for that, he will be under pressure more than Aaron, I think, because he's played those 7 deliveries and scored only 2 runs. And when you play back-to-back 4-dot balls, the pressure piles on you. And this is the right time for Bahrain to pick up a wicket. Maybe around the stump line would be perfect.
Punched off the back foot straight to the fielder. Once again, it's a maiden on the cards at the moment. 5 deliveries. And let me tell you what it does is, he's kept Aaron Johnson away from strike for the last 5 deliveries. Now, you don't want to keep a batter who's striking the ball so well, has scored 19 of 9 at the other side. This could pile on as pressure and frustration at the non-striker's end as well.
Yeah, the frustration is the right word, that when you are on non-striking end and you see that your partner is not getting runs, and then you know that when you come on strike you need to attack, and that piles the pressure on you for no reason. At least taking single is the key.
Yet again, he finds the fielder. It's a maiden. Rizwan has been a little lucky to get away with a few short deliveries and full deliveries, but over well done. 3 gone. It's 22 for no loss.
Shabba, guys, come on, guys. Shadow. उसको सिंगल दो हाँ
$22 for no loss. Rizwan with a very good second over of his where he bowled a maiden. Shahid continues. Again, movement of in the air rather. We're seeing the ball do something off the pitch as well.
Now, when you shuffle a little too early, this is what happened the case here with Aaron. He just shuffled around a little too early, and Shahid was spot on that. He saw that he's just shuffling around, covering his stumps, and he bowled it slightly wider.
This time he goes over the infield, but there's protection in the deep. They'll keep it to 2. So the boundaries have just dried up in the last 8 to 10 deliveries.
It's just the beginning of the second over. They were on 22. So the previous over going run without a run. And now over here, 2 deliveries, 2 runs. Now this is where you get under pressure. And this is where you just lose your wicket. I hope Aaron should not get into the pressure and the frustration.
Oh, he goes underneath this one, gets enough bat on it, and that'll go the distance as well towards the cow corner region. So Aaron Johnson is turning it on in the middle. He finds another big 6.
Well, he's a big man. All he needs is a swing of the willow and a little bit of a timing. And look at that. That was perfect shot. Slightly back of the lane delivery. And it seems to be that he loved to play the short deliveries, especially when it comes to play across the line.
This time plays it through the offside towards backward point. A big no. But I just like the way Aaron Johnson gets into position so quickly. Some of the back of the lane deliveries have been deposited over mid-wicket for a 6.
Yeah, clearly what he does is that he before the bowler starts, his stance is that he's covering all 3 stumps. So he's made that leg stick visible when he's playing across the line. So the reason he's getting that swing of the willow, cow corner and the mid-wicket region.
As you just spoke about it, he gets an outside edge, a top edge rather. But that's going 3 fielders converging and it falls safely. So Aaron Johnson is living a charmed life at the moment as he completes 2 more runs.
Yeah, living dangerously there. That could have when you're not in form, that usually gets and ends up in the keeper's glove. Now look at that. Now he's trying to play on the onside, and that ball was never to play across the line. He got lucky somehow, and the ball gets dipped and slow when it hits the ground. That's been the case here. The ball does not really travel when it hits the surface.
Absolutely, but good observation there. Fuller again over the infield. Don't bother running for this. 1 bounce into the extra cover boundary. Aaron Johnson, you beauty. 4 gone is 36 for no loss.
Okay. First ball, line up podama. Ready? Captain, after 4 overs, -2. Hammer 2 woody नीचे जाओ उसको ऊपर भेज. टूटते आओ थल्ले पे hammer 2 जाएगी. Bowling change, bowler right arm over team.
into the 5th over. Matthew Spurs does well to take a single and get off strike, and in comes Aaron Johnson. He's looked so good, 33 in 15, as Satya has been introduced into the attack.
Now change in the bowling, they took out the attack, and now Satya with a slightly shorter run up. A medium pacer. Well, the idea is to move the ball around, and for that you need that seam position to be accurate.
Oh, wrapped on the pads. An appeal, half-hearted by the bowler though. Wicketkeeper Noor was excited the moment he was trapped in front. Will make for an interesting replay, and that would have been a big wicket.
Yeah, the appeal was really not convincing there. Look at that present seam position and hitting him in the front. Very, very close call.
And look at wicketkeeper Noor, particularly when you know Johnson is shuffling so much in the crease. This time just leaving the batter. Got us excited in the com box.
Yeah, I thought for a moment he nicked it, because there was a movement if you just look at it.
Now look at the shuffle here. As you rightly pointed out, he covers all 3 stumps. Noor just took off. Much better adjustment. Single towards mid-on.
Very well bowled, Setu, very well bowled.
Satya is doing a great job with the ball in hand. He's swinging both ways, one in and the other one out. The previous delivery you saw him hitting on the pad was an in swinger, and the next delivery was away going. I thought for a moment he nicked it, and now again bowling that in swinger. So there'll be only 2 men out, third and the deep square leg.
It'll be interesting to see the approach after the power play, because looking at the way Aaron Johnson has started, no half measures in his batting. Umair Noor has been done a fine job behind the stumps.
Yeah, got it little wrong there. Swung it little hard. He got a decent pace and a very short run up.
It's much better delivery. This is match number 2 of MazaPlay.net presents Desert Cup T20 International Series, the quadrangular tournament that features 4 teams in associate nations. As Oman Cricket Academy plays host, and what an opportunity for all these teams. Captain Sarfaraz, well, he's led his team admirably well. Ball not rising, playing all over it. Matthew Spurs, he struggled in the middle. Consumed 12 deliveries for his 3 runs, 5 gone. It's 39 for no loss. Just the right time to bring about a change in voices as well. Suhas Vedam and Shoaib Ahmed will take center stage in the com box.
Left arm over. Check middle, please. Check in middle. Middle. Thank you.
39 without a wicket after 5. Joined by Shoaib in the com box. Shoaib, well, they needed it. They needed something of this sort, Canada, to start with. Wickets in hand. Still a long way to go. Good delivery first up. Spurs has got a tee off as well.
Yes, I think bulk of the scoring is done by Johnson. He would want his partner to step up, especially in the power play overs. They can't afford to have a lot of dot balls. Yes, they've got runs on the board, but they need to try and maximize as many runs as they can in the power play overs. 40 on the board. 5 more deliveries to go in the power play. as Imran comes in to bowl. That angle across the right-handed Matthew Spores, he's struggling to say the least. 14 deliveries for his 3.
Absolutely, he's adding more pressure on Aaron Johnson, to be honest. 35 of 19 for Aaron. Spores, the man who's played a lot of cricket in Australia as well. Loves the bounce and pace. He's getting one half of that bargain. It's a very different kind of an action. Reminds me so much of Fan. Mr. Fan, that's what they call him. Irfan. And what about Tanveer? A bit of Shoaib Tanveer as well there, Sohail Tanveer.
Now that was the first name that came to my mind. Sohail Tanveer, that wrong-footed action. So yeah, also a left-hander. So
Shoaib, I can see the grin already.
yeah, resembling to Sohail Tanveer. What a legend he is.
Good delivery. I think this is out of frustration. He's gone for that run. He would have been a goner. Had that been a direct hit, he would have continued that run all the way to the pavilion. Spurs knew that was going to be 80-20 in favor of the fielding team. Still went for that single because something had to give. Only a single of the first 3 balls. He's not finding the middle of the bat. You'd want to believe that it does exist. Direct hit, and he wasn't even in the frame. Spurs, of course, one of the better batters. Loves the straight drive. Today struggling, 4 of 15. He's got to get going. Five inside the circle on the off. Good delivery. Oh, that's a good idea by Imran to tie Aaron Johnson well within the crease, deep inside the crease.
That's a much better delivery. Just the right length and also the line on the stumps. Has been a good over so far. 5 deliveries, just 3 runs in that over from Imran. And he'll be happy to see Matthew Spores again back on strike. Hasn't been in the best of form. But that can change. Because we saw a similar start from a certain Imran. And then he took off. Got a 50 to his name. Very well bowled again. That similar length, that hard length. Just flicked nicely and will get a single. And he will keep strike as well. Power play overs have been done. 6 overs. Canada are 42 for no loss. 43 for no loss, I beg your pardon.
The first 6 overs, it belonged to Aaron Johnson. He's not shy of swiveling around, and the luck was also in his favor. You could see that a couple of times. He's with him. That's a glorious shot indeed. Inside out, over extra cover. There's something special when that comes off the bat. Time for spin. And Canada have started off well, 43 without a wicket. 36 or 20 belong to Aaron. It's a long batting lineup. This, oh, good collect. Did well to put his hand in the right position. Veerapathiran Sadaiya. It's not time for spin. It's time for Veerapathiran Sadaiya. Wrong line there. Matthew Spores is suggesting not even off the thigh pad. What's happening to me today? Where is that middle of the bat? Slightly early into this one. Sadaiya is not providing the pace. Now, how do you deal with someone like Veerapathiran Sadaiya? He's not someone who's got an extravagant run-up, but he can deliver the heavy ball. That's what he's known for in the circles.
He's very deceiving off the pitch. It'll be interesting to see what he does. Again, that half-hearted shot played towards mid-wicket. They're looking for two, but Aaron Johnson will be more than happy to keep strike.
Suppose is looking for that one good shot that will ping off his bat. Johnson wants a change of bat. 36 or 20, it's been serving you well. You can totally understand if Spoos goes for a change of bat. As always, the change of bat also allows the fluids to be replenished. It's the unsaid rings break for the batter.
Yeah, why not? I think if he's got the bat being replaced, no harm in having a quick few sips of whatever they're drinking, an energy drink.
Would you believe it? Breaking news. Shoaib for the first time supported a batter. A bowler, left armour, steaming in, doesn't give an inch to the batter. Covered so many tournaments with this man for the first time. A soft corner for the batter developing. Beautiful shot through the covers. And it'll tease the fielder till the end before. Aaron Johnson's continuing to march to his own drum beats. He's the one keeping Canada in the hunt.
That was a full delivery and the kind of form that Aaron Johnson is in. We saw a glorious cover drive on the up in the power play, and now this one along the carpet, played it in the gap, and a beautiful looking shot from the bat of Aaron Johnson. So clearly he looks to be a very strong player on the offside. Hasn't played a lot of flicks and a lot of shots towards the onside.
It's interesting that you mentioned that. Aaron Johnson in British Columbia, he can sweep any pacer that he wants, let alone a spinner. And today, he's still waiting to unfurl that shot perhaps.
Very good ball from Sathaya. Just 5 runs in the over, so he'll be happy with that kind of performance if he finishes off well. A good spell coming in from him. 1.5 overs given away, just 8 runs.
40 of 22, Aaron Johnson. And even the outside edges speaking runs. Spoors wants that bat to bat with. Aaron Johnson moves on to 44, 7 gone. The 50 comes up for Canada with all 10 wickets intact. Seven overs gone, 52 without a wicket. 6 of 19 Spoors. He wants to kick into the next gear and would believe this is the over. Imran with a deceiving action and of course the deceiving pace off the wicket. Beautifully guided, will get a single. Well placed as far as the fielder is concerned. Shoaib?
It's nicely guided towards the deep third, so a good shot from Matthew Spoors. 7 of 20. Now that is something that needs to change, and pretty quickly, for Canada if they want to stay alive in the game. As of now, Bahrain are looking to be the favourites because not only they've batted well, they've bowled well, and they've got their field placements right.
I was just coming to that question, Shoaib. What do you make of the field placement for Aaron? Oh, that almost worked! That almost worked! What was supposed to be a poor delivery could have been a two-edged sword. Aaron Johnson gifts the catch, but it's been put down. The plan was there. Yes, the bait did turn up to the party, but the lights went off.
Oh yes, I think again this is the first time we've seen Aaron Johnson trying to play that shot, and that is what my concern was. Hasn't looked too convincing. That was hit straight to the fielder, and he's dropped that chance and also that wicket of Aaron Johnson. How costly is that catch drop going to be? We'll find that out in a few minutes.
That's a good shot from Spurs. That's also trickling away quickly. Work to do today. It's just been the story of Spurs that the boundary rows feel very far away once it beats the 30-yard circle too.
Yeah, hasn't been able to get those boundaries. But that is a lot better shot and intent from Matthew Spurs. He played it late. He played it in the gap, and that is something that will give him some confidence. It's important that now, since he's already played 21 deliveries, that he continues and tries to get that equation a lot more favourable. 21 of 19 will have to accelerate. Where does he go now?
Oh, that's a good shot. And no stopping this one. Welcome to the party, Spurs. This might as well turn things in favour of Matthew Spurs, who started to believe, yes, there is a middle of the bat indeed.
Yeah, slowly growing in confidence. That was a poor delivery to start off with from Imran Javed Fuller, and allowed Matthew to play that shot towards the covers. Beautiful looking shot, and an important 4 runs. More important for Matthew than for Team Canada. 60 on the board.
Oh, excellent hit. He had picked his spot. It's not an easy shot to hit. Matthew Spurs 2.0. We've seen the transformation in 2 balls.
Yes, and we've seen that in the previous innings as well. If you spend and apply yourself out there in the middle, if you spend some time on the wicket, you definitely reap some benefits. That was flicked off the stumps. Had that been missed, that would have been curtains right in front of the stumps, but beautifully played shot. And he's got 4 runs again. So back-to-back boundaries for Matthew Spurs, and now that equation of 17 of 23 looks a lot more desirable for Matthew.
And also gets a gift that'll mean hat-trick of boundaries. Matthew Spurs. What a good turnaround. What a way to end the over. 4 runs of the first 3 balls. Then as many of every single ball thereafter. 8 overs gone, 68 for no loss.
Captain, a break, -3.5 points. Come on, boys, come on, boys. I just.
45 of 24. Canada 68 without a wicket. Aaron Johnson 45 of 24 balls, and Matthew Spurs is getting into the groove. There wouldn't be a happier man than Aaron Johnson. Now there's going to be power hitting from both ends, and that's exactly what the doctor ordered for Canada. If mission 196 isn't on their minds. Aaron Johnson's not a lone ranger anymore, Shoaib.
Oh yes, now he's got an able partner with him, Matthew Spurs, who has found the secret of hitting boundaries.
That's not a good ball from Sachin. Does get the support he deserves from the man in the deep, but was too short for your liking as well.
And not the greatest of starts from Sachin. Short and all the time in the world for Aaron Johnson to hit that towards long on. Gets a single. We'll have to get that length right as soon as possible. Sachin, that's the field for him. 4 fielders, 3 on the off, 1 at the short fine leg region. All the others are on the boundary ropes, and rightly so.
He's got a very good googly, Shoaib. This is the one that doesn't turn. Beautifully done. Once it beats the man in the infield, work to do. Imran does get around it. The throw has to be stopped. Somehow it is in the second line of defense. Shahid had to dive full length.
Good backing, very good backing from Shahid. That throw was not where it was supposed to be, where it was meant to be. And Shahid has done well to not allow any more damage. So 2 runs on the board. A lot quicker and a lot flatter from Sachin. Can he flight the ball a little more?
Hey! Lovely, Sachin, lovely.
I think he's got 1 year on commentary, Shoaib.
Well, he does. That's the. I think that's the right speed to be bowling. Yes, you can get that one odd delivery quicker just to deceive the batter and keep him on his toes. But otherwise, I think that's the
Lovely,
right
lovely,
pace to be
Sachu.
bowling on this wicket.
Yeah, the Mangalore boy, Sachin, now calls Bahrain his home.
आ जाओ.
Decided that he's
Easy,
going to pick
easy,
up a
easy.
single very early. Didn't even try to attack this one, Aaron Johnson.
And now this is going to be interesting. This contest, Aaron Johnson against the spinners
Ah, Sachu.
of Canada. How does he respond to the spinners? We know for a fact they don't like batting against spinners. That's a good ball again on the stumps. Has been flicked
क्या भाई, easy,
towards
easy,
mid-wicket.
easy.
Will only be a single.
Well
And
done, Sati.
Suhas is saying that he sweeps the ball. I haven't seen him
Excellent,
sweep yet.
excellent, excellent.
So we'll find that out.
Ticket to British Columbia, please.
We'll have to see how he responds. This is going to be interesting. I think something is going to happen here on this delivery.
Oh, very well done. Very well done. He so effortlessly cleared that ball to send it for 4. 50 comes up for Aaron Johnson. 51 at just 27. He set the Canada reply alive. What a good half century. And what a good start to the tournament for the big man. 78 without a wicket after 9.
चलो दे दो, दे दो. दे डेविड. Bowling change, right arm over.
Captain Surfaraz. 78 for no loss, Canada.
आ जाओ.
Oh, what a good game of cricket we have on our hands. It was a great fight back from Bahrain after losing a couple of early wickets to reach 195. Still a lot of runs to get though. And Canada with their reply 79 without a wicket in 9.1. Shoaib, this match is on.
Oh yes, absolutely. And I just feel that Bahrain don't have a plan. They're just waiting for things to happen. They need to try and get a wicket here. And how do they get a wicket? That is... Oh, that's really close. That should be given. Yes, it is given. Rahul Asher has raised the dreaded finger, and the big man, Aaron Johnson, will have to walk back. He did score 51 runs of 28 balls. He's done the job for his side, but he would have definitely wanted to stay there a lot longer.
He's played the wrong shot to the wrong ball. Went back foot too early. Would have been better served had he gone to the front foot on that one. 51 or 28. That's how I got my runs, he would say. 6 boundaries and 2 incredible sixes indeed. But that innings has come to an end. It had to continue for a while to keep Canada in the hunt a little bit more. It's a very, very long batting lineup though. 9.2, 79 for 1.
boys.
9.2, 79 for one. Aaron Johnson's back in the hut.
Next time. 13.
79 for one in 9.2. Sarfaraz introduces himself into the attack, shows the boys how it's done. It took an opener to efface another.
Oh.
That's a good delivery.
Lovely.
Now the thing is, if he's going to continue to bowl that length,
Lovely, Safi.
especially at that pace, it's difficult to use your feet to it and dance down the track because the keeper is standing up. You've got to negotiate a little bit of swing and late swing, come what may. Pargat Singh is a new man in, scoring centuries for fun back in Canada. Pargat Singh he's played a lot of cricket in India as well, the Punjab region.
What a great over this has been from the skipper Sarfaraz. Got a wicket. And another wicket. The ball kept low. Matthew Spoors, the other opener now, will have to walk back. So he has a very simple plan, Sarfaraz. Target the stumps and let the ball do the rest. Wicket number 2 down for Canada. And the skipper leading from the front.
He's removed the openers out of the equation. This one kept a little low as well. Matthew Spoors couldn't do much about this one. 26 of 29. Sarfaraz picks up another 80 for 2 with a ball to go to finish the 10th.
Shabash. Middle. Thank you, sir. Right arm over. One to come. Hey. Safi.
What a delivery. Sarfaraz has been confusing batters whether to go forward or backward. And in the bargain, he's already removed the openers. 10 gone, 80 for 2. Change in voices when we come back from the break. It's going to be Mikhail along with Abid.
Quick change. Little more. That's all extra guy. Right arm over.
Thank you, Suhas. At the halfway stage, 80 for 2. Canada have just lost 2 quick wickets. A little bit of a stumble in what was looking like a well-constructed chase. Leg spinner in operation, Sachin Kumar. Single towards cover sweeper. Time to welcome my co-partner, Abid Ibrahim.
Thank you, Mikhail. It's right time to step in the com box when the game is getting interesting. Otherwise, could see Johnson was taking this game away from Bahrain. He's playing really well.
But at the moment, 115 of 59, you'd want to believe the bowling side have things very much in their grasp. Bahrain are looking very good to pocket 2 points in the league stages on day 1 of the Desert Cup T20 International Series. Sachin Kumar. Punch towards extra cover region. I guess that's to find the boundary as well. That was short and wide. Not much turn on it. He'll have to change that length. He has a slip in place. He needs to draw the batter forward. Very good shot here by Srimanta.
Well, that's what they need to do. They can't just let that pressure pile up. You just need to get the boundaries. You need a regularly boundaries to come in your way because you have still the required run rate 11 and a half. Still a huge task ahead. I tell you, it will be a challenge for these batters. Srimanta. Vijay Ratne has to play this inning with a responsibility.
Tossed up towards long off for a single. That's a much better delivery by Sachin Kumar. Has been coached by Jay Prakash for some time in Karnataka as well. Manglo. Sachin.
And alongside him is Bhargat. It's all a new, fresh kind of a start for Canada. They had two set batsmen who just departed.
Another single towards cover sweeper. This won't really bother the fielding side. They have things very much under control. The required rate creeping up. Reached 111.68. The current run rate 8.16. They'll need to change gears.
Yeah, this is the phase where you just relax down and you play with a lot of singles and doubles. Loopy delivery there. Tossed it up in the air and bounced just in front. Yeah, a brave choice there from Sachin. You need to be brave enough to bowl those kind of deliveries.
Again, nicely tossed up. Very good ball to end the over. 11 gone. It's 87 for 2. Skipper Sarfaraz to continue. Nicely bowled. What an impact he's made, and his action as well is drawing my attention. You feel there's a little bit of a sidearm coming in his action, little bit of a sling, and that's why that ball sometimes keeps low as well.
Spot on there. Those 2 wickets he got just because of those touch low. Sarfaraz now. He's played a very crucial role with the bat. Those 2 sixes give them a quick start. And the bowling picked up 2 wickets in the first over, giving only 2 runs.
Looks to go for that scoop over the wicket keeper. Again, the execution missing. This man Sarfaraz is a very, very shrewd bowler.
Excellent bowling, Safi. Excellent bowling.
This is where he's sticking to the right length and the line as well. Outside off, that's where you need to be. Let the batter take the chance.
3 dot balls means that asking rate has climbed leaps and bounds, and that's what Canada cannot afford. Looks to go big. Has gone aerial. Has he got the distance on it? Well, yes, he has. Much needed 6. Breaks the shackles, releases the pressure, and just keeps them in the hunt as well.
The perfect shot coming out, inside out. Look at that. Positioned himself really well so that he can get that balance correct and plays one of the dangerous shot inside out. Not an easy to execute, but Bhargat made it look so easy.
This time he goes with the scoop. Better execution. Takes it on the full. 1 bounce into the ropes. This is turning out to be a very good counter-attack and over as well for Canada as they're inching towards the 3-figure mark.
Yeah, look at that. Scooped it really well. So now the earlier you mentioned Break of the shackles. That's 6. Yes, broke the shackle. That's been followed by a 4. So it's the right time to accelerate a bit. Pargat Singh.
Again, down the ground. Work to do for the fielder at long off. Will keep it to 1. That's a very good effort. This has been a very fine over. 11 runs coming off it, 12 gone. It's 98 for 2.
Captain, minus 5 minutes, sir. 1 over behind. Sachin, good third man. Bowling change, bowler right arm over.
Well, the opening partnership did give Canada a chance to put themselves into the contest. 51 by AJ, Aaron Johnson on only 28 deliveries. And just when Matthew Spoors was getting going, he lost his wicket. But now there's a good counter-attack and a small little partnership as well between Pargat and Sri Mantha. 98 for 2 after 12. Only 2 extras by the bowling side, as Canada in pursuit of a little over 195 to win this contest.
A flick of the wrist. Straight to the fielder. A good looking shot there. Just driving on the onside. Now almost they're on the verge of getting 100, but a little too late. The previous over of the captain has put the brakes on the proceedings by when he took those 2 wickets in an over. That 10th over has been up where they got back in the game, Bahrain.
Playing with soft hands, just gliding it down towards third man. They'll have to find at least a boundary in every over from now on.
Absolutely no doubt about it. They need to get that 11 or 12 runs, 100 up. It's just that they have more 8 overs, almost 8 overs. They need to really be watchful. They need to get that one boundary, as you mentioned, not from the any other, but they need to choose one bowler to go after. Maybe they need one big over of 15 or 16.
Looks to go aerial again, just improvises over the extra cover region. Work to do for the fielders at long off and backward point. And they'll go for one more. This one for the arm, but this could be close. Umair Noor believes he has his man. Was Sri Mantha struggling on getting back for the 3rd run? This will make for an interesting decision and replay as well. And looks like he's struggling.
Well, with you on that. The keeper looks very confident. Well, we thought that he might be just short, but too tight call there. It will be very, very close. Touch and go maybe. Now, the other angle might tell us a better story. Not this end. Perhaps the other end. There you go. Slightly going back will tell us a better story.
I got him.
Well, Mikhail, you need to make a call here. What do you reckon?
Looks pretty straightforward. He's struggling there, Sri Mantha. Watch out for that red light turning on. He'll have to make his way back to the dugout. There it goes. Another wicket falls. And this is very poor running by Canada.
The run out was the last thing they wanted on card. And he knew it. He saw on the big screen that he's struggling. He started walking out. Sri Mantha departs. It's 3 wickets down now.
Chalo boy, batsman in. Tell him. Next match, don't use the shoe. This is not your kit color, nor another white. You cannot use it. Yeah, you have to change it. Next match, you cannot use it. But not in T20. As a kit color, so let's see. Little bit away. Little more. That's all extra guy. Right arm over 3 to come.
102 for 3 in the 13th over. And just some time back, Sri Mantha was walking back to the dugout after a very poor third run. Playing with soft hands, they won the second run. 2 is the call from the moment they took off, and they'll complete it comfortably as well.
Yeah, they just lost a wicket in the wrong time. It's been the timing of the wicket. Those 2 wickets together, and now the third to follow.
Just wonder what was happening in this third run. He was very slow to take off, very slow to get back. There was a lot of time left in that third run. Again, soft hand, single down towards backward point. Now, but if you look at it, by the end of it, chasing anything in excess of 195 will always be a mountain to climb.
Yeah, it's quite challenging, but as the day progresses, batting gets slightly easier. But then already, when you're chasing anything above 190, pardon me, it looks quite a bit of a challenge. That soon you see over 9 runs and over you need. That's where the challenge begins.
This time, what an effort at mid-off. Full marks for the commitment. That was travelling. Rizwan put in the dive and certainly saved 3 runs. Another fine over here. 13 gone, it's 106 for 3.
जल्दी करो यार नेक्स्ट अंदर आएगा ए दूर है उसका बाहर का चेन अंदर हो नहीं
Quite an impressive bowling card. Mohammad Rizwan, 10 runs off his 2 overs, bowled a maiden as well. Sarfaraz Ali, the captain, introduced himself late, but 2 for 13 for him in 2. And Sachin Kumar as well, 17 in his 2. Shahid Mahmood, a touch expensive, 34 in his 3. Imran Javed as well, going at 10 and over. But they've picked up wickets when it's mattered the most. And after a very good partnership for the first wicket, they have just pulled things back in their favour and reduced them to 106 for 3.
Well, captain seems to be sorted out there with Satya having 2 overs up sleeve himself. 2 overs. This has been beautiful shot. What a cracking shot that went sailing. Oh, amazing shot. Got underneath the ball, really nice.
Well, keep your eye on the ball, not just to the batter in the middle, but to the person sitting on the chair as well. He almost took his head off. But what a shot. I've never seen something like this before. How beautifully he held the ball on its way towards backward square leg. Just scooped it. Enough timing.
Yeah, the gentleman standing there was watching the game on mobile phone. Didn't realize the ball is coming on his head. Tries to play a reverse sweep shot. And not an easy shot to execute against the medium pacers.
Bhargat not happy with himself, felt he had an opportunity to scoop that as well in the reverse angle. But if he can play these shots time and again, he may just be telling his boys in the dugout, we are in for a very close contest.
That's what they need to do. They need to charge on the very first few deliveries. They need to get the early boundary in the over. So the remainers, they can even apply themselves taking singles. Flick on the onside. The fine leg is up. That will go 4 runs.
So Canada is finding a move on. They're finding the much needed boundaries and the big hits. And Bhargat and Ravindrapal Singh have decided to take matters into their own hands. Straying down the leg side, fine leg up in the circle, and once it got past him, it was 4 for the taking.
And now the pressure is just converting to the different team now. It was earlier the Canada on pressure, just 2 good hits. A bounce back, the pressure on the team Bahrain.
Plays it towards cover sweeper. They won the second run, one for the arm. And ricochets off the stumps and they steal another run. Very good awareness, alertness and cricket as well by the two batters in the middle.
Surely you'll need every single run here. You need to keep an eye. That's a brave move to take that single. Look at that. There's one. And they thought not to go for the second. This is what happened. The keeper couldn't collect it well. In fact, it hit direct.
And that's why sometimes in moments like this the wicketkeeper needs to collect the ball in front of the stumps by just taking his hands ahead, just to ensure that you don't give that extra run. Tries to pull that towards the mid-wicket region, does not get enough angle on it. Another single towards long on. It's been a very productive over.
I'll tell you one, the good thing the batters have done is that they got the boundary early on the very first delivery. They go on and got those 6 runs and then followed by 4. Now singles are hurting in this over to the captain.
Makes some room in the crease. Tries to construct a shot and they go for another run as well. 2 runs completed. This is very good running in cricket. It's been a costly over by Sarfaraz. He may have tasted success early. 14 gone. It's 122 for 3.
Oi, Satyanu amar karo. Broken. Point. Kapoor, Arman. मेरे गल ये है
74 needed in 36, 7 wickets in hand. A good 15-20 run over from here will just bring the equation back in balance. And at the moment, the manner in which Ravindra Pal and Pargat Singh are stitching this partnership together, you can expect some kind of a chase on the cards.
Very crucial over in the context of the game. Satya has bowled really well earlier. Haven't given much.
Oh, he's picked that up, played it towards mid-wicket. Work to do for the fielder at cow corner. They'll complete 2. You can expect a lot of entertainment and excitement in the next 36 deliveries, may I add.
Well, they shifted the gear really well. And they shifted the fielder as well in the outfield. They found that the fielder standing at the cow corner was a little lazy.
Oh, that really missed everything. Only the wicket-keeper. I'll tell you what, so close to the middle stump and those bails as well.
And he played across the line. Big heaving on the onside. Tried to hit that really hard, Ravindra Pal. Oh, keeper missed it this time. There was absolutely nothing wrong with the ball.
Umair Noor just getting up a little early. Should have stayed low and ensured he collect the ball. But Ravindra Pal Singh in the crease is just shuffling so much that he's creating a little bit of confusion and doubt. Just not going down on that occasion, Umair Noor, and he knows it as well. An utter disappointment on the face of the bowler Satya too. You can't give freebies.
Well, how hard it is as a bowler. 120 deliveries almost coming your way. You need to grab all of those.
Plays it towards the extra cover region. Firmly struck, and that'll be 4. The diving effort goes in vain. Ravindra Pal Singh finds another boundary. 64 and 32 now. This equation is getting close for comfort as far as Bahrain is concerned.
They're dealing in boundaries here. Look at that, going back, making room, and hitting it really hard. That's what he's doing. He's trying to hit the ball really hard so that travels quick. And that fielder couldn't stop that one there.
Down the ground, powerfully struck over the bowler's head. 4 more back-to-back boundaries. And Canada turning it on, courtesy Ravindra Pal and Pargat Singh.
That was some shot, some brilliant shot. Stand and deliver. It was hit straight over the bowler head, straight as an arrow. The bowler was looking for the guard, so as the umpire. What a beautiful shot. You can't go anywhere. If you hit it down the ground, it's beautiful even more.
Just not climbing for a pull as they steal another single. It's been a very good over as Umair Noor seems to be in a little bit of discomfort. He'll need some medical attention as 15 overs as well get completed, leaving this contest very much in the balance. A little bit of a discussion between the two players of opposite teams, and looks like there was a little bit of a collision between the batter and the wicketkeeper Noor while coming back for that, while going for completing that single. We'll just take a look at it once again. That was the 4 of the 5th delivery, down the ground, straight past the bowler. That was firmly struck. Just receiving some medical attention there. Umair Noor, the wicketkeeper, has looked very tidy behind the stumps this evening, but for that minor blip in that last over. But otherwise, this counter-attack by both the batters, Pargat and Ravindra Pal Singh, has just created a little bit of excitement in the dugout as well. We'll take a look at what happened some time back. So Noor ran in to ensure that he denies the single and get a run out. The batter came in and it was a head-on collision, looks like it. And they, not quite a head-on collision, but something when the batter was getting back may have just caused some kind of discomfort for Noor as well. Nevertheless, 15 gone. It's 137 for 3. And looks like Umair Noor may have injured himself rather more seriously than what would have been thought early on. He's being stretchered off the field. He will need some medical attention. And we only hope that he comes back in that next game of his, visibly in pain, that we can see he's just wincing a bit. And we only hope that it's nothing serious, and he'll be donning the wicket-keeping gloves in the next game. For now, though, he may not have further role to play in this particular game for the next 5 overs in the decisive 30 deliveries, where Canada need a little under 60 runs. Pargat and Ravindra Pal Singh in the middle, and just the right time to also bring about a change in voices, as Shoaib Ahmed and Suhas Vedam will take you through the next 5 overs.
.137 for 3 at the end of 15 overs. Fargat Singh, 26 of 16. Ravinder Pal's got off to a great 20. And Suhas Vedam joined by Shoaib. Welcome, Shoaib, to the Combox. Well, that was a very, very difficult collision to see, to be honest. As difficult as it's become to pronounce it, isn't it? I know it was coming. I know what was coming from you.
Well, yeah, it was a difficult collision.
No, it's never a good sign.
Oh my dear.
God.
Oh dear. What a disappointing effort that is. Well, we are feeling so miserable. I'm sure the fielder there will feel like digging a hole right there and just get inside that. Very, very poor effort. Oh, no, no, no. I can't see that.
It's one of those moments when you're looking away from the ball and not towards him. That's gone up in the air. And this time it will be pouched. That's the end of Ravinder Pal Singh, who in search of the big shot did get the height but not the elevation. 24 of 12. Needed to continue for sure. They needed a big innings from him to keep them in the hunt. In the end, it became an easy catch for long on.
Yeah, that was a good catch. Very good catch. And that is what the break does to you. It could affect either of the sides. This time it's the batting side that has lost a wicket due to that break. There's a break in the momentum, and immediately you can see some favorable results for Bahrain. A wicket down, it's 141 for 4.
Leg, please. Leg stump. Right arm over. 4 to come.
Cheeky and effective. Harsh Thakur has announced his arrival.
A great way to start and get off the mark. He was very watchful on that occasion. A short delivery, just guided it, and the best part was that he rolled his wrists over the ball, trying to keep it on the ground and not in the air. So 4 runs for Canada as they move on to 145 for wicket 4. Dramatic over so far. This one from Rizwan.
Oh, good delivery. This one came back in sharply. What did it hit first? Was there a bit of bat involved? That's a very good shout indeed, and the ball did something out of pitching. This magical spell that is cast on the ball definitely had Harsh in trouble for a moment. That jagged back sharply. It's the back leg as well, Shoaib.
Yes, I think there's some bat involved because we didn't see the leg by being signaled by Rahul Usher, the umpire. So yes, good call in the end. 50 runs needed in 26 deliveries, almost 12 runs and over. Pargat Singh, he will have a big role to play.
Absolutely. Oh, that's a clean hit. Man in the deep, though, will pouch the catch. No elevation once again. Pargat Singh departs. Now 2 new men at the crease. Canada feeling the pinch.
Oh yes, important wicket for Canada. Important man for Canada. Pargat Singh will have to walk back. It's Bahrain who strike and strike well. And that is such an important wicket at such an important time in the game. Good catch in the deep. And now it's getting even more difficult and the chances are even more slim for Canada. Not everything is over yet. Pargat Singh, 26 of 17. Canada 146 for 5 now.
Center. Select. Next time. Thank you, sir. Right arm over. One to come.
Lovely carry. But it looked better had he collected. Remember, Umar Tour's gone back to the hut. Is getting treated. 16 overs gone. 146 for 5. न्यू कीपर का नाम क्या है?
Leg, please, sir. Bit away. Little more. That's all. Extend down.
Copy, thank you.
What a right arm over.
Overs gone. 16 overs. 146 for 5. He was trying to run it down to third man there. One way or the other, the singles there to be taken. Sadai here has a look at the equation. 49 of 23. Now it's not impossible. It's been done before on this very ground.
Select. Little bit away.
Canada would believe that Shreyas Movwa and Harsh Thakur can get them as close as possible, if not just get done with the game. Because both of them back a punch. Harsh Thakur, the leading run scorers for JB Masters back in Canada. And Shreyas Movwa, very established batter from Montreal, Quebec.
Nicely played in the gap. Just a single, but the singles won't hurt Bahrain. They'll be very happy to concede singles and try to take the game deep. On the other hand, Canada will want to get a few big hits, and I think Harsh Thakur will have to take the charge here.
The first option that you mentioned, very risky, isn't it? Especially what we've seen on this ground covering so much cricket. Very well done. For a moment, it looked like it'll trickle away to the fence as well.
Good field placement again. I've been very impressed with Bahrain and their field placement, and they've bowled to a plan. So, yes, it is a batting track. We always knew that there are runs under lights when we are playing here at the Oman Cricket Academy. An even pitch, not a lot of uneven bounce. So it was always going to be a high scoring game.
Very good delivery. Yes, the dance was very pretty, says Satya. I will stick to my line and length.
There, that slower delivery did the trick. And that is what you need on this wicket. Because it's such a good batting wicket, you need to change your pace, keep the batter thinking, especially in the death overs. And still no Yorkers yet. I'm craving for some Yorkers.
It's called for 2 right away. And 2 which will be 1 for the shot, 1 for the throw, but it's a little tricky. Had he collected it cleanly, could have been a different story. Sadaya. He's grown leaps and bounds in terms of his bowling for sure under the coach Ashish Kapoor. Extremely seasoned campaigner himself. And he's someone who's picked up leather ball cricket only after he found a place in Bahrain, not the national side, but of course in Bahrain, the country. Played a lot of rubber ball cricket. Did you start with rubber ball cricket too? We're talking about the Mumbai days, not the Dubai days.
Oh yes, absolutely. We all started with rubber ball cricket, especially in the building, in your colony or on the streets. 17 overs, 151 for 5. 45 more needed of the last 3.
Seventeen overs, 151 for 5. Beautiful shot. Okay, the good shots are getting only a single. The cheekiness perhaps provided will get them more. Shreyas Mowa, Harsh Thakur, they've got to think on their feet. 44 of 17 times running out. And this has got to be the over. To set the tone nicely for a big finish for Canada. To get those 44 runs, they've got to target this over. Man, who do you think will bowl the 19th and 20th?
Back up, back up. Satya. Good effort, Shiba.
Oh, what an effort. Flying. Almost converting that into a catch. Rizwan would be mighty pleased with the effort. A 3 inside the circle on the off. The man at fine leg inside the circle as well. Shot fine leg. He's suggesting that he's left it. Rizwan's asking for the ball. Reminds me so much of Curtly Ambrose. Oh, good delivery. But love this cat and mouse. Just love this contest within the contest. Shreyas Mowa looking for the gaps, trying to access the gap by dancing down the track. Rizwan pulling his length back just a little bit to keep it out of reach. (41 of 15). Bahrain having the upper hand. Is that a well-guided bouncer? No, it bounced too much. That's one threat neutralized. Sure, the usage of a bouncer, we talk about it so many times. Suddenly, a big threat like this is neutralized as a runs counted, the ball isn't.
Oh yes, I think the intent was right. The execution was not all that good. Just height, too much height on that delivery. So it's been called a wide. No more bounces allowed for Rizwan.
Well, that made good connection, but work to do for the man in the deep. Does refrain from the dive. The ball will race away quickly for four. Much needed boundary for Canada. 36-14. Mova suggests the game's on. He's got the game for it. He's got the skills for it.
Again, not the right length, I would say. Just easy pickings, using his feet. Mova and placing it wide of the long off field. So 4 runs, important runs for Canada as they reach 160. 36 more needed. And as you mentioned, the game is definitely on. I would still feel that Bahrain can restrict Canada if they bowl with a plan.
Oh, good delivery. He heard something there. The keeper heard something there. And up goes the finger that matters as well. Shreyas Mova has got to walk. There was a feather. Unfortunately, Shreyas Mova has got to walk. More troubles for Canada.
Again, a very good delivery. This time the length was a lot better. Not too full, not too short. Was in a very awkward position to play that shot, Mova. And also some pace on that delivery. So yes, a very important wicket, and Rizwan strikes for the 3rd time in this game. 9 of 9 for Shreyas Mova, and Canada are in some trouble right now. 160 for the loss of 6.
Leg stump. Little bit this side. Yeah, leg stump. Bowling right arm over. Over around. Right arm over.
Last ball for the 18th. 160 for 6. Captain Saad Zafar walks out. Heavily guarded leg side fence, and why not? Because he loves the pull shot. 3 men inside the circle on the off, and a man at deep point. A single. Saad Zafar opens his account and will retain strike as well. 18 gone. 161 for 6.
Captain, one fielder more inside. Arms leg stick. Little bit away. Towards. That's a leg stump guy.
18 overs gone. 161 for 6. Rizwan completes his quota with 3 for 29. Fantastic figures indeed. And Shahid is still in search of his first scalp. He's got a good cross-seam delivery. Excellently placed. Perfect result for the start of the over. Saad bin Zafar gets a boundary.
Much needed boundary, and Saad, the captain, has come out, and immediately he's scored some important runs for his side. Now, how many more can he get is the question. They need 3 runs every delivery from here on, so it has to be a 4 or a 6. Boundaries, a lot of boundaries needed for Canada to get to that total of 196. Coming around the wicket, Shahid. Outside off. Oh, that's smacked. That's smoked. That is the flattest six you will see on a cricket ground. Beautiful hit, and it's as if Saad Zafar has been there from ball number one. What a great shot that is.
He's turning it around with a bat in hand. Oh, what a powerful strike and such a clean hit as well. It's been a while since we've seen a flat six like this in that area. And there's something about left-handers getting it from the middle of the bat, especially through extra cover.
25 needed from 10 as Canada are fighting back against Bahrain. It's as if they're snatching victory from the claws of defeat here. They were down and out, but not yet. Thinks Saad Zafar, who's played that again over third. That's another boundary, so he has come out with a mission, and a mission is to get a lot of runs as soon as possible. 15 of 4. He is playing a captain's knock.
What a good shot. Again, very calculative. Saw the third man's inside the circle. And as they say, if you're going at it, go hard at it. No chance. Momentum with Canada. Saad bin Zafar, the man who doesn't see fielders at the moment. He sees only gaps and he's looking to hit this one as well. In fact, the six as well was in the gap, don't you think, sir?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I think that was hit over extra cover. You hardly have a fielder there.
21 of 9.
Short ball, he's pulled it. Is there a fielder who's going to catch that? No. The ball just teases him as it crosses the ropes. And that's another 6 from the bat of the skipper, Saad Zafar. 21 runs of just 5 deliveries.
I thought wasn't in a great position to play this shot. He was trusting that he got the power behind it. He was praying that he gets the elevation as well. The fielder in the deep wasn't at the edge, but still tried his best with his acrobatic effort. But the ball did win on that occasion.
Well, I don't know why he was not on the boundary ropes there, Suhas. He should have been on the ropes.
Don't be a taskmaster. I think he was trying to stop the second run just because the 3 boundaries hit. He thought Saad would try and get to the other end quickly and then go for the second run as well. But, well, really, really good shot. 15 of 8, it's game on.
A juicy full toss. It's gone in the gap again. Oh, what a shot this one. This could have gone anywhere, but Saad Zafar, the kind of hitting he's displayed here at the Oman Cricket Academy, he has turned the game on its head. And what a performer he is. Under pressure, the captain has come out and he's got runs galore.
Oh, what a wonderful shot once again. Now, in between balls, what he does is looks around, uses his hand to register in his mind where exactly the fielders are. Final delivery of the 19th. 11 required of 7 balls. Equation under control for Canada. Shahid needs to get this right. Very expensive this. Saad Zafar goes for the big shot. And does he get enough on this one? Excellent effort. No, not so much. That will go for 4 as well. Saad bin Zafar, you beauty. 7 required at the last over as he pummels Shahid to all parts of the ground. Shahid finishes with figures of 62 without a wicket in his 4. And Saad Zafar is bringing the first 2 points home is what Canada is shouting. The captain's knock, as Shoaib was talking about. It's come by. 19 overs gone. 189 for 6.
can do it in singles too now, okay? Keep going.
Seven runs needed of 6 deliveries. What a turn of events this has been. That last over, 29 runs from Saad Zafar in 7 deliveries. As in comes the skipper to bowl the last over. First ball, Harsh Thakur has launched that over the side screen, and a great way to start this over. They are in a hurry to finish things off, and Harsh Thakur, well, he's taking a cue from his skipper.
Yeah, all eyes were on Saad Zafar, who was trying to steam in and get to the strikers in. Little did he realize the umpire's arms would lift. One required, scores a level. Harsh Thakur's 14-6 will also be remembered, with Saad's 29-7. How quickly this game's turned around. The Canada boys would be mighty pleased with themselves, and this powerful hit, which will find the fence, shall seal the deal for Canada. One of the most famous wins for Canada in T20 cricket, as they make easy work of 195 by believing in themselves, believing in the ability, and the captain ensuring, showing the world how it's done is on top priority.
Well, for the most part of the game, the first and the second, Bahrain would have felt that they are comfortably placed. They had done everything right. They kept the pressure cooker on, the pressure lid on, and tried to take wickets, and did get wickets as well. But they had no clue that Saad had different plans for them. And as soon as he came out, the game definitely changed, and changed in the favor of Canada. You were absolutely right, Suhas. This is a special win for Canada and will be remembered and cherished for a long, long time. One of the best matches that we've seen of T20 cricket for a long, long time, and especially some high quality cricket from both these teams, Canada and Bahrain, giving us the entertainment that we all deserve.
Saad Zafar didn't have a good outing with a ball in hand. Didn't have much of confidence to translate from his bowling this time around, but believed in his ability and believed in his side as well. Harsh Thakur also launching into the big shots at the right time, making easy work of 195. Ecstatic scenes this, as Nikhil Datta was waiting for his opportunity though. Will have a story to tell. Everybody started with Johnson Aaron, who ensured that 195 can be achieved only if you utilize the first 6 overs in your favor. It was terrific, and then Saad Zafar towards the end, along with Harsh Thakur providing the finishing touches. 195 achieved with 4 balls to spare. We didn't think this would happen when 3 overs were left. Shoaib.
Oh yes, absolutely. I think that self-belief has taken them through and have given them those 2 important points. What a way to start the tournament with this high-octane thriller, a run chase of the highest pedigree from Canada. 51 of 28. Aaron started off well. Matthew was a little slow to begin with, but then picked up and got to 26 of 29 deliveries. Pargat Singh scoring 26 of 17, 24 of just 13 deliveries from Ravinder Pal as well, 18 from Harsh, and then it was Saad, the captain, who was absolutely phenomenal with the bat. 7 deliveries and 29 runs. He is the man who's changed the game in the favor of Canada. 19.2 overs, 10 extras, and they got to that total with 4 wickets in hand.
6 bowlers used by Bahrain. Mohammad Rizwan Butt, the pick of the bowlers, picked up 3 important wickets. Sarfraz Ali, the captain, picked up 2 but was expensive towards the end as well. Shahid Mahmood had a day to forget with a ball in hand, and so did Imran Javed, who bowled 2 for 20 in a crucial moment. They expected better there, Bahrain. They've got a good bowling attack, but it just did not turn up. Once again, the man Sadaiya Veerapatiran stands out with his economy of 6.75, but not good enough, as the wickets column did not tick for him. Well, it was a terrific start for Canada. They needed to come with all guns blazing, and Aaron Johnson got every word. Beautiful shots through the offside, but then when he was found in front of the wicket. Soon his partner Matthew Spurs as well went back to the hut. 79 for 1, then suddenly 80 for 2. Bahrain believed they were back in the game. That was a little lazy from Srimanta. Why didn't he put the dive in? Sixes galore, boundaries galore. It's this partnership which kept them in the hunt, brought them back into the game. And then came the captain Saad Zafar, who scored a barrage of boundaries and made easy work of 195. Teased the fielders. And one of his favorite shots would be this. The fielder was not at the edge of the boundary rope, took him on. Harsh Thakur admired the beauty that he just created. First a six and then a boundary. And the roar tells you how important this win is for Canada. The boys packed their bags from Canada, came over here with belief, and boy have they showed what belief can do on a cricket field when channeled well. Bahrain 195 for 7. It's a match for the ages. Sohail Ahmed's 37 was an incredible knock under lights. Imran Javed's half century as well was a great supporting role indeed, with Amar and Kaleem picking up important wickets for Canada. Canada's batting, Aaron Johnson's 51 would be talked about for a long time, along with Saad Zafar, who turned it around in just 7 balls with his 29 not out. Pargat Singh's 26 of 17 does feature in that too, because he accelerated at the right time. 3 for 29 for Mohammad Rizwan, but just not enough to keep Canada down, keep Canada at bay. Sarfaraz picked up 2 wickets as well, but was expensive towards the end as Canada pick up the first 2 points by winning 4 wickets is the margin. It's time to dive into a short break. And on the other side, we'll have the post-match presentation. Let's find out who the post-match presentation, who we are waiting for as the man of the match. But that's only after the break, so stay with us.
Well, this is kind of the tournament we were expecting, and we got a game in the beginning. The first day came after a cracker of a game. We had a Canada versus Bahrain team, and there was Canada captain who has invited the Bahrain captain to come on and bat first. And keeping his mark, the captain said that he's looking for somewhere around 200. They were 5 runs short of 200, getting 95 runs on board. But what a great chase it was. A game would be never forgotten. What excellent performance all round from both the teams. It has been an excellent show for this tournament. So now I would like to have the losing captain. Please, Sarfraz, come forward. Let me know कहाँ से गेम हाथ से गई.
गेम तो ठीक ही जा रही थी, थोड़ा सा बॉलिंग में थोड़ा सा हुआ, थोड़ा सा, लेकिन सेकंड लास्ट ओवर में भी गेम हमारा जो चेंज हुआ. पहले था थोड़ा चल रहा था, लेकिन सेकंड लास्ट में हमारा जो गेम चेंज हुआ.
आपने कहा कि 200 रन्स करने चाहिए यहाँ पे, और 200 चेज हो गया तकरीबन.
चेंज हो गया, थोड़ा सा ड्यू का भी था, बॉल वो थोड़ा सा उस तरह नहीं हो रहा था, तो थोड़ा सा बस कंट्रोल हो गया था, लेकिन बस थोड़ा सा सेकंड लास्ट ओवर में हमारा मिस्टेक हुआ.
चले, यू ऑलवेज लर्न, एंड इस बार अगली गेम बहुत बाकी है और तगड़े आइएगा.
थैंक यू सर. थैंक यू सर.
Thank you. Now it won't be not a lot to talk, and we will not have a lot of people coming in for the player of the match and the captain as for the team Canada. But before that, I would like to have Mr. Anuz Ahmed around here to give the memento, the medal for the player of the match, and what a clinical performance. The captain leading from the front, Saad Zafar, please join us for the player of the match award. And what a brilliant knock it has been. He got a wicket and has scored 29 runs of just 7 deliveries. What a cameo here with 4 boundaries and 2 sixes. And he's got a wicket as well. Well, Saad, you looked very confident when you were there, when you won the toss. You asked the opponents to come down. Was it anywhere you thought that the score on the board is a bit too much?
We didn't think it's too much. I mean, yeah, I think we spoke to the groundsman before our beginning of the tournament, beginning of the game. They told us 180 is a par score here, and usually even 200s gets chased. So we kind of knew that, yeah, ideally it would have been nice if we had restricted them under 180, but 195 was not too far off from 180. So we knew if we can just keep wickets in hand and score around 9-10 and over, we can chase down even if the score run rate goes over 12 or like around 12 runs and over, we back ourselves to chase it, and I think we did it at the end.
Well, there was one over, particularly the 10th over, where you lost 2 openers, and there was the time when did you believe that the game is gripping out of the control?
I mean, they gave us a good start. It's a good thing that we didn't lose any wickets until the 10th over. Yeah, you don't really want to lose 2 set batsmen at the same time. That was kind of a disappointing to see. But we bat deep, and we know like if we have power hitters at the end as well. So if we can just wicket column is not too big of an issue for us. But if we keep the required run rate intact under around 12 runs and over, we knew we could have we would take this game away.
Well, we spoke enough about the team, but let's take individually. You've been performing really well. Came at a very crucial stage when the team was really losing the hope, but then 7 bowls, 29 runs. What a knock.
Yeah, like it doesn't come quite often, so when it comes out, you feel really nice, and it's one of the innings that you really enjoy, and I'm happy that I could contribute to the winning cause of the team. So that's it's a special knock from myself. I was just looking to like keep a stable base and just try to middle the ball, and it just paid off, so happy about it.
Well, you did both the work, bowling and batting. What did you enjoy more?
Mostly my role is a bowling all-rounder, but I performed it with batting today, so like I'm happy about it.
Well, we are also happy, super win, and looking forward for similar performance from you and your team.
Thank you, appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Well, that was the post-match presentation. Now we'll head back to the comms for more updates. See you then.
Thank you, Abid. Well, Oman taking on Saudi Arabia.